You know, Chad, on Sunday, I was like, man, this situation's kind of not great. But guess what happened? Like everything else, guys, on the VTuber review, stay with me, guys. You know exactly what fucking happened. It got worse. Yippee, bro. Okay, actually, this is some craziness. Look, I understand that, like, Chibi and, like, DEME were, you know, bumping heads, and yeah, there was fuck-ups on both sides, but this one, chat, went in a direction I never would have expected in a million years, dude. We are flinging shit, seeing what sticks. It's wild out there, chat. It's wild. Hello, guys. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of the VTuber review. What we are going to be talking about what's been going on recently with DEME being accused of getting, well, having the on stream, which I don't think is true at all, but again, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, it's big news for the unemployed, you know. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about something going on with Onkey Expo. Yeah, big convention controversy, like that alliteration there. Yeah, big controversy going on with the con that's going down to Onkey, and everybody is pulling out, guys. Like, it's kind of wild. I don't know exactly what's going on with this, but we're going to talk about it, look into it a little bit, have a discussion as always. But first up, how are you guys? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Oh my god, I had one of those days. It was such busy fucking news, guys. Like, I mean, it was like just like, I had so much to go through. Very busy morning for me. Normally I have, like, you know, I kind of like get done a little bit. I got like a little bit of time to kind of like relax, you know, warm up. I was like, oh my god, like, I'm fucking flipping out trying to get all my shit together. It was one of those mornings, chat. At least one should have pulled out of DEME, but like, here's the thing. I don't think anybody was, you know, plapping the, you know, DEME. Like, I think Rima was calling it God, what were they calling it last night? It was something really funny. I forget what it was called, but I've been calling it the plappening, chat. Yeah, this is the plapgate. That's what you called it. Yeah, welcome to Plapgate, the plappening. Like, oh my god, dude. The plappening, yeah, that's what I'm calling it, the plappening. Did you have fun with Vampy? I did. I always, man, I love Vampy. I've been friends with her for so long. She is always a huge breath of fresh air, especially when you're doing a subathon so long. It's really nice to have some, you know, friends come in and, you know, just kind of like, you know, breathe some life into you. You know, you need some friends, you know. I saw finally Rima for some time. Why? What'd Rima do? Isn't plapping something entirely different? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure plapping is the same as having sex, you know, like plap, 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 get pregnant, like, isn't that the same thing?
DEME was just teaching a spider.
Yes, exactly, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure she's just stimming. But we'll take a look at all of it. We'll talk about it. I want to see your thoughts. As always, did you guys think, even if you disagree with me? So, hi, Smooch, bye. Damn, bro, take me out to dinner first. What the fuck? Oh my god, we should all install clappers in our bedrooms so the neighbors see the rave. Yes, the clap heard around the world, and it's just people clapping to my fucking sub. That's clapping. Plapping is, I'm pretty sure plapping is the segs. Are you sure about that? Cracking, yeah, cracking, or getting railed. Plapping, cracking, getting railed. The segs, isn't that all the same? Like, the plappening. Well, I do know that, you know, we were calling it Plapgate, or Rima was calling it Plapgate, so I totally just proves a prime example of Twitter needing to touch grass. Yep, absolutely. But it's kind of wild, Curl, because people on Twitter are throwing accusations left and right, and some of them are actually very easily disproven, like the cuck theory. There's a whole cuck theory going around that we gotta talk about, but there's also a lot of confusion because the timeline of the bots is very confusing. Here in my Discord, you probably saw me all yesterday morning trying to line this shit up correctly, which I finally figured it out. A lot of misinformation going around in regards to those timelines and the bots, so we are going to talk about that, because I do want to make sure that, you know, it clears up stuff, and I think while it does not necessarily, like, clear up one part, it does clear up another, and I think that's kind of, like, indicative of the fact that people are just throwing whatever, like, rumors they possibly can, and hoping that it sticks to her, you know, causes some kind of problem. And I think that's wrong. So obviously, if you want to criticize her for her responses, things like that, that's fine. But let's not make up a bunch of bullshit, right? most of it is coming from Chud to never touch a woman. I mean, like, you know, I don't know what someone to say all that, but you know. Also, please disregard my fake post on Shaderima. There is still lingering shade being thrown from the Twitter freaks. Cancel attempt for internet point shared. I mean, like, I don't think I've seen any vague posts during Shaderima or anything like that. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, although Rima and I, like, talk, and we're, like, I would say we're like friends, right? Like we talk every once in a while. You know, she will criticize me if I fuck up, and I will, you know, I'll criticize her if she fucks up, right? But I don't think that's the case, at least from what I've seen. Chroma Dragon, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Let's fucking go. Guys, give Chroma lots of love. Thank you for the 5, dude. Thank you so much. It's wheel spin time, baby. All right, guys, so I want to remind all of you, for every 5 gifted, we are doing wheel spins now. The Wheel of Fate is back. The Wheel of Fate is back. But yes, Reem and I, we like to have a good conversation. So, and she'll tell me if I mess up and where I could have done better, and, you know, vice versa. So I appreciate that about her. I will get to our wheel spin here in just a bit when we flip over for news. But thank you so much, Chroma Dragon. Stick around for a little bit longer and we'll get to that. Back with a vintage, bro. I'm like, I think I'm gonna fucking die after spinning this wheel once already. It was like, hey, we added like 3 hours or some shit. It was fucking wild. Like, did you talk to Lydia? Yes, I did. I did reach out to her. You'll be proud of me, guys. I actually put, no, well, okay, there's a little bit of drama with Rima, but it's kind of like, it's not like with the problem itself. It's just kind of like adjacently running beside it, but we'll talk about it. It's just this one person that likes to go after everybody on Twitter. Dude, very, very, very typical, just normal Twitter bullshit, right? So, we'll take a look at it. Yes, exactly. I have 3 brain cells. One is in my head and the other 2 are, well, you can probably guess where those are. We also spoke up for you when angry guys are stating, like, yeah, exactly. Like, I think the biggest thing with, like, Rima, is just she really values the truth, right? She wants to find what the truth is and talk about it in deep dive, and I appreciate that, right? I think that's a wonderful quality for somebody that wants to get to the bottom of stories, right? I think that's fantastic. So I really have a lot of respect for her for that reason, right? So, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody fucks up, right? Like, I don't think that anybody's above it, but I think that if somebody's like, oh, like, you messed up, you know, be open to it, right? And especially from, like, a colleague, right? But no, I have a lot of respect for her. She does a lot of really deep dives. Her news coverage is not only entertaining, but, like, you know, it's very informative. So I'm a Rima fan, I'll be honest. The other 2 have a lot of room to rat around them. Let's hope they don't get bruised. I mean, bro, my body is bruised already, so yeah, I was like, yeah, it's Rima gave me poor taste when she helped spread the VNU leaks. I mean, are you talking about the ones that Legal Mindset put out? Twitter freaks taking stuff out of context. Let's whip. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so to see, I mean, I covered that. So, I mean, that was kind of more Legal Mindset than Rima. Like, I mean, I covered it too, to be entirely fair. So, I haven't seen anything yet from Rima. Is she wrong? No, it's basically Dan, like, she shared her opinion about what happened. And people are like, blah, 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 blah. Was it's fine to cover, but leaks are another issue. I mean, like, but that was Legal Mindset. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Crazy how you're ignoring me after the riches and fame. I know. That's why I read your message. Caught red-handed. Cancel, chat. I cared when you were nothing. I know, right? You've been there for me since I was in the womb. And I've forgotten about you. How could this be? Even though it wasn't around then and you couldn't make an account, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about the math, chat. Don't worry about it. He's fake like that. Yeah, you know it, Fuzz Dog. Canceling Elara again. I don't want to go on Twitter for their drama. Look, I don't blame you, and that's why I'm here. I got you. I'll hit you up. All the info. We'll talk about it. Especially in regards to DEME, and of course, everybody else, guys, well, crazy news. I also have, I wasn't too well versed in it, just said if you girls are mad. Well, I mean, Blue Brother, look how well I worked out for them. So, like, I feel really bad that it happened to them, right? But I think also, like, historically, when you look at VTUBER, it's really bad, right? Like, in fact, I don't even remember them being mad. I just thought it was like, stuff came out and people were like, oh shit, right? So, yeah, I don't really think so. Like, I think it's more just one of those things where it's like, yeah, VTUBER fucking sucks. And I feel really bad for
honestly,
all the girlies
my
involved.
main deal with DEME is
everybody
her
involved.
vicious at harm, even if it was to a complete clown.
I don't like DEME personally. There's a genuine criticism of the drama. This is not one of them, and people are making up stuff. Yep, exactly. And that's what always happens, Dante. I feel like in a lot of issues, especially like when you have a disagreement between two content creators, right? People will start slinging shit just to see what sticks. And that's exactly what happened. If anything, it's more sympathy for the VTUBER girls already doing with so much. Right, exactly. I mean, like, I guess with the leaks, Blue Brawler, the point was to call out that the company is bad, right? Which entirely 100% stands true, right? I mean, look at it. How well did it work out for people at VTUBER? It didn't, because the company fucking sucks. Like, but I think sometimes, like, there's, like, you have to also consider, like, ethical reporting, right? Sorry, let me get some phlegm out really quick. All right, this is a certified phlegm moment. Sorry about that. It's like right there, dude. Like right there, stuck in my throat. I just could not get it. I'm so sorry, I could not get it. All right. I think I'm good. I think that there's such thing as like saying like, you know, ethical reporting, right? Like, for instance, when a company is treating their talents really, really badly, and something is given to you, and you're using it as a way to share about that company and talk about, you know, the really bad things they did, etc., etc. I think that that's kind of different, right? So there's so many things to consider, right? You know, I mean, like, not that I'm even like a reporter, like a journalist. I just comment on stuff, but I think that you can try and be as ethical as possible about it, right? Like, and sometimes you just gotta share information that might seem a little bit uncomfortable to maybe some people, but I think calling out bad things is better than allowing them to happen, right? So, like, for instance, like leaking DMs, right? Sometimes you gotta leak DMs because, you know, there's really bad stuff in them. Now, I don't think that you should leak DMs normally, but, you know, sometimes there's just really egregiously horrible stuff in there that's got to be called out. So, right about the DEME drama, I don't really believe any of it, but I also don't really trust anyone anyways. Yeah, I mean, like, at night, that's a good way to live. Let's be real. I don't believe shit either, so, like, that's why I'm constantly, like, looking into everything that I read, because I'm like, is that even fucking real? Like, I read Dexerto, I'm like, is that even real? Like, I feel like everything out there is just questionable at best all the time. The way I'm not getting involved in that drama BS, I'm just spectating, because last time I was involved in drama, it was horrible. Yeah, leave it alone once and I'm trapped, please. You're trapped here. Also, thank you for the hype train, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, guys. Remember, how we get a level 10 hype train, I will add 1 hour to the timer, and of course, every 5 subs is a wheel spin. We're getting the timer back down. I had 6 hours on Monday. We're back to 8, but I'm gonna get it down, guys. I'm gonna get it down. I think the DEME drama is nothing, Burger. Yeah, to be honest, Captain, I think there is a bit to it, right? There's a little bit to it, but it's certainly not at the level that it's become, right? There's so many false accusations, so many claims and things that just are not true at all. But that's why I want to dive into it, because I want to clear up a lot of misinformation. That's really like my main prerogative talking about this. Yo, what's up, Sir Winter? How are you? Putting live drama is the best thing, too. Yeah, even like Asmongold got involved in it. I'll talk about that as well. Tectone came out with some stuff that was kind of like, why are you talking, bro? Like, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. Too many people got involved. And I think there was recourse for this to not blow up so much. But sadly, I think Chibi, where he did wrong, he's not willing to admit he did wrong. Or at least truly and honestly doesn't believe that they did wrong. So I don't think we'll ever see a recourse between the two parties, you know? Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that. I'm doing good. How are you, Brandon? I'm just chilling right now. We are talking about all of this crazy drama going on between DEME and, of course, the rest of the internet is the way that I put it. Thank you for the hype train, y'all. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I have a really big collab later with a bunch of friends, so I'll let you guys know about that. We're gonna be playing what is it, Mecha Chameleon? It's like one where you're like a little guy and you like paint yourself and try to hide. It's like a big game. It's been blowing up. So I'm excited to play that. But I will be off stream. I will not be streaming that. Mecha Chameleon, yeah. Yeah, it looks really fun. I wanted to play it ever since I saw like videos on TikTok. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta play that, dude. It seems like the usual Twitter crowd already wrapped up in drama. Gonna make a few extra drops of dopamine. I mean, like, I think the craziest part is people are like going through every DEME VOD trying to find something in it. And I'm like, guys, come on. It's you. Now you're trying to do too much, you know? I'll let you know, Lacey. I'll give you some links for it later. I got breaking news. I'm quitting my job. Yo, let's fucking go! W! Mecha Chameleon. Congratulations, Evan. Like, that's a good thing, right? Like, there's something I want to mention about two reviews I've been seeing on Twitter. It's not related to the story. It's just lessons in my opinion more than already. Yeah, like, so, I'll be honest, Cafe Corvus. I've kind of been looking into the history of him, and I'll just be honest. Not somebody that I agree with, right? And I guess that's fine, right? There's lots of people I don't agree with, so, you know, whatever, right? That's just my personal opinion. Lots of people below the related tweets and this drama with a plapping with stuff like, I choose to believe this crap not because it's true, but because it's funny. I didn't see that. It's like, I think it's so ridiculous. There's just no way you can believe that, right? Oh, you're getting a better one. Nice, dude. Nice. Sounds to me, a man aka Chibi trying to silence a woman. She speaks out and knowing not to work. And then she really decided attempted to bend the knee to male pressure. I mean, like, his problem was, like, he did not read what she said. And he also tried to, like, call her a hypocrite, what she wasn't in that moment, right? However, I feel like DEME's biggest mistake is just, like, he constantly, like, plays into it, right? Like, in the sense of, like, she tweets about it, he keeps following up, and I'm like, DEME, just stop, like, just walk away from it. I feel like you, every time you talk about it, it adds more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and it's just more problems. I feel like that's her, biggest issue about it. Hold on, flip moment. Like, that's my thing about it. Like, if it were me, I would not play into it at all. It's such a weird obsession. At the moment, they're going over streaming to find two code. Yeah, like, anything she bounces or makes a sussy noise, they're like, oh my god, guess what? Oh my god, you had sex on stream. It's like, guys, bro, chill the fuck out. Like, it's not that serious, dude. Like, I mean, I don't want to say all that oblivious. I don't know, right? I'm just saying that I disagree with his opinion, and I disagree how he initially handled everything, right? Yeah, like, no, she's very explosive, right? She's definitely a hothead. I think for her, when she sees stuff, she's just like, you know, she really likes to, you know, clap back at it. Which you are allowed to defend yourself, of course, but at the same time, it's like, is it really worth your time, you know? Like, my personal thoughts are, like, if people do that kind of stuff, I either just block and move on, or I don't play into it, because that's what people want, right? They want to try to farm you, they want to try to, you know, do all kinds of crazy stuff, which we're going to talk about more today, by the way. Somebody trying to farm me, which it was definitely in bad faith. So we'll take a look. So many streamers do it, don't mean that they're being railed on stream. Right, like, just bouncing, like, oh, I guess I'm having sex on stream right now, chat, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so I'm getting railed on stream now, right? Like, I know I'm being very facetious, but, you know, come on, guys. Like, Chibi reviews. Yeah, not like Chibi Doki. Yeah, and I do feel bad because he went through something that was, like, really horrible, you know? Like, I get that, right? Getting cheated on, but, I mean, that's also not, like, an excuse for all your behavior, right? Yeah, and literally everybody's giving, like, oh my god, live footage of Elara getting railed on stream, like... There's 3 chibis, so like Chibi Doki, Chibi Reviews, and, what's the other chibi? Yeah, I don't know the other chibi. You're gonna say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what happens, Color Me Abby. Everybody's just like, you know, going through. Yeah, Chibi Doki is so drama-free. Everybody goes through every clip, trying to find something to pull apart. It's just disappointing, guys. I'm very, I don't know, I'm very tired of it. I think it's just horribly disappointing. Sorry, I got a Discord message and I was like, wait, that's a Discord message I don't get from normal people. What is that? I mean, today's when Chibi Reviews just talked about anime. I mean, I don't know Chibi Reviews well enough, so it's hard for me to say, right? I don't know. But what I will say is that there are prior opinions of his I disagree with, and it's not somebody that, you know, I'd really like fuck with, and that's fine, right? That's okay, right? We can high five each other, and you like, you do your side, I'll do my side. But I will say that I feel like, again, the way he handled it initially, and he made an assumption without checking into it, is very problematic, right? Or even like bothering to ask what was meant by it. The context clues were there, very much there, and he didn't, you know, look into it at all. So I'll say Chibi Reviews need to take a break from the internet. Seems to be making some mental health worse. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know him well enough, so I can't say, but I mean, I think we all need a break from the internet for our mental health. You know what I mean? Cancel culture is a very real thing, but I feel like it's heavily misrepresented by other people reporting on it. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, I feel like cancel culture is obviously a thing, right? But I feel like sometimes in cancel culture, it's not as, like, drummed up as people make it out to be, right? Like, it might be like one person calling somebody out, maybe like a bigger creator, but it's most of the time, like, it's not like all these people rallying behind them to harass somebody, right? Like, that hardly actually really ever happens, right? Also, if DEME were getting railed on stream, still would be a double standard in regards to not wanting to be part of it, like some people are trying to go. Sure, like, I mean, that is a separate conversation, like, you know, having sex on stream is that, you know, does that fall into not safe for work? Well, yeah, it would, but technically she was talking about getting porn made of her models, so it's kind of like, well, but even then, I don't think that she actually, you know, had sex on stream, right? Hold on, let me scroll back up here. Farah said something. No matter how misguided Chibi's comment on DEME's post was, nothing that would justify the vile response DEME gave him. Sure, like, I don't think that she should have responded that way. I agree with that. I don't think it was very below the belt. But I'll be honest, like, people have also said worse about DEME, right? Which you can see right now. I'm not justifying it at all, but I think also, like, just like apples to apples, like, people are saying horrible shit about DEME too, and I feel like those people as well should get called out for it equally as much. If you're gonna, hey, well, this statement toward Chibi was wrong, which it was. Statements made by other people towards DEME should also be denounced as well. You know what I mean? So, like, if we're gonna draw the line, we gotta make sure we enforce that line. Yeah, just like make it like a separate art tag. That's kind of what most people do. But you have to be against all forms of not safe for work if you say you don't want that kind of art made of your model. You have to be completely prude or disgusted by anything sex. yeah, exactly. Oh, totally. No nuance applies to that terminology, right? We definitely only exist in a, you know, 1-0 binary world. Like, oh my god. I love that. Didn't DEME at least admit to going too far? She did. She definitely did. What chicken we'll talk about and dive into. So first up, chat, let's get over here to a little bit of our news stuff. But I do want to take a moment and do our wheel spin, of course, for the 5 gifted subs. So again, thank you so much for all of your support again. And Here we go, guys. Let's do it. Wheel spin, wheel spin. Everybody type spin. I'm so excited. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get, chat. What do we got? Oh, a thigh. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, not a thighs. Fuck. Fuck. Are you serious, dude? Bruh. Oh, man. I haven't had to do a thigh slap in so long. Oh, my God. No, no. Remember when I, like, bruised myself last time, chat? Oh, God. All right. Here we go, guys. All right, y'all ready? Oh. Why am I getting the zoomies? Why do I have the zoomies all of a sudden? Ouchie. Alright, have any more trees attacked you? No trees attacked me, but you know, maybe the lightning will come back. You know, I hear that lightning strikes twice. That's not fair. You can't blow me up while I got the zoomies. Ooh, yeah, okay, I'm awake now. I'm awake now, chat. Oh, ouchie. The schmeedy schmack. Bro, how long did the zoomies last for? Oh my God. So today, chat, we are going to be diving into, of course, some VTuber news and talking about everything going on with DEME and, you know, a follow-up to TV reviews. I mean, everything, guys. I'm going to be talking about with this DEME stuff. We're going to be spending a majority of our time on that today. However, I do want to take some time to talk about Onkey and lots of other stuff as well. So, guys, first up, as always, I do like to dive into a little bit of bans and suspensions, and then we'll talk about, you know, everything else. So, hope you guys are ready. Let's do it. Are you going back in time? I was trying to run fast enough to do it, but, you know, I had, like, 2 large objects that kept stopping me, so I just couldn't run that fast. I actually can't run that fast IRL. So, guys, let's look at a little bit of, you know, bans and suspensions. Unfortunately, guys, looking here with Amber Lee, actually lost their Twitch. It was suspended, guys. Which you can see right here. They tried to appeal it. They were stuck in an infinite loop of not being able to access the portal. Well, at least there was some good news here. They did receive their account back, but I find this issue to be like always a problem. And I don't know why this happens, but a lot of people try to go appeal it, and they get stuck in this loop, but they can't actually appeal it over on Twitch. So I see this quite often, by the way. So I know that Twitch isn't gonna fix it. It really sucks, but it's kind of fucking nuts that you're not able to properly appeal it. Is Twitch gonna fix this? No, absolutely not. But yeah, she once revealed her IRL booba, and they're massive. Thanks. Anyway, you know, here you go. Oh, DEME posted 7 minutes ago. Oh shit, let me look. What happened now? Okay. Alright, bet. I will add this. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I didn't expect that, but I'll be honest, it's pretty big of DEME to apologize. Yeah, I'll be honest, that's very big of DEME to apologize. Especially like when she didn't start it either, right? Yeah, that's actually a very big W on her end. Here's my question now. I wonder if Chibi will apologize for what he said. Or how he misrepresented it, at least. Wow. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, thank you so much. What's your opinion about sharing IRL body pics? I mean, like, I I do it very, 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 very rarely just because, I don't know, man, people are creeps. Like, I've already had stalkers before in my life, so I don't know. I don't want to deal with that anymore, right? So anyway, this is a very big deal. We'll definitely circle back to, talk about this, chat. But thank you for sharing. So anyway, guys, that's what happened to Amber Lee. She did get her stuff back, which is great to see. In other news as well, guys, this streamer, I gotta look at her name again. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. Sorry, Miss Maple. Actually was, well, they were banned off of Twitch here. If we go and look at their links, everything is just gone. We look at their card here. We go to their Twitter. It's deleted, guys. Absolutely gone. We go to their Twitch. It's been suspended. Everything is looking pretty bad. Well, what happened, chat? Well, guys, unfortunately, turns out that this person is actually creating very adult-related content over on Twitch. So, of course, OP says, this is the second time I've seen a VTuber on Twitch openly solicit nudes from her audience, this time in exchange for nudes on her own. Come on, bro, on Twitch. Like, look, I have no problem if you do this, but, like, there's a website for that, right? Like, just go to Fansly. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Just go to Fansly and do that instead of on Twitch. But anyway, I'll let you guys take a listen. Let me know what you think.
Oh my god, fucking do it. Do it, Bert, do it. Send me a picture. Yes, do it. Oh my god. Oh, I'll fucking do it. Alright, Danny on my tits. Right above my nipple piercings, and I'll send it to you.
The big issue here is, like, obviously, with Twitch, it's a 13+ website, right? So, this can obviously cause a lot of problems, especially when you are doing adult-related content on a website that, has a way for minors to access it, right? So, like, you have to be very, very careful, right? And on top of that, just like at its very base core, this is by far just way past TOS. And I think this part as well is extremely, extremely egregious, so take a listen in, guys. Tell me what you think.
You just said that we're actually just talking about the goals. So yeah, I still need to do a porn audio fetish art. We've now just hit the horror game. And the numbers is how much money. And then 1,500 would be me doing a masturbation audio. And then 2,000 we'll do like a group hentai watch night kind of thing. A group gooning session. Yeah, holy fuck. I didn't think we'd actually hit these goals. I will do 2 votes tonight. Feel free in general chat.
Like, and again, here's my thing, chat. Like, if you want to make that content, more power to you, but Twitch is not the place to do that. Like, yeah, Twitch is not the place to do that. I mean, like, yeah, she's talking about, like, a group gooning session, like a masturbation stream. Like, look, I get it that there's an audience for that, but Twitch is not the place to do that. So, ultimately, she was banned for that, chat. And other news as well, guys, do you agree with the ban, chat, by the way? Yeah, do you agree with that ban, yes or no? Yeah, I do as well too. I just think it's very straightforward, right? There's not really a lot of questioning to this, right? It's pretty much like, yeah, you broke 2S, that's it. So, but there it is. In other news as well, guys, Marshy is actually having to fight Team YouTube. Unfortunately, Marshy went on to say, "Hey, Team YouTube, I'm genuinely frustrated by this response. My lawyer conducted a fair use analysis and helped draft my counter notification. YouTube rejected it, stating that it was unclear whether I had a valid reason for filing a counter notification. However, the basis for this counter notification was clearly stated that the video qualifies as fair use." Of course, YouTube going on to say, thank you for your counter notification. Unfortunately, it's unclear to us whether you have a valid reason for filing a counter notification, so we won't be able to honor your request. Marshy is a reaction streamer, so most of the stuff, unless it's copyrighted, also under fair use, right? So Marshy says, I'd like to speak to a human to manually review this matter, please. My lawyer did a proper analysis, but was still rejected for fair use. Please explain why this one was rejected. And sadly, chat, I've had similar issues as well. You'll probably never actually talk to a person, and when you do, they're completely unhelpful. Of course, Team YouTube responding, all encounter notifications that don't meet all the requirements might be rejected. Totally understand your frustration right now. If the option resolve this strike by waiting for it to expire or requesting a retraction from the claimant. And Marshy says, I understand that counter notifications can be rejected if they do not meet all requirements. However, my lawyer and I carefully reviewed the requirements listed by YouTube before submitting my counter notification. Could you please clarify what specific requirement was missing, insufficient, or unclear? And of course, they're never going to do that, by the way. Yeah, they'll never actually do that, Chad. Like, it's actually kind of sad. How fucked up beyond like a huge amount YouTube is. They will literally do everything possible not to help you. I think another part that drives me nuts about YouTube in general too is they'll never clarify either. They'll be like, yeah, so here's the problem, but we're not going to tell you how to fix it or the specifics of what we didn't like. They're just like, yeah, here you go. It's really quite awful, guys. It's really quite awful. Yep. Like always refining the BS. Oops. Oh. Oh, oops. Are y'all awake? Are y'all awake? I refreshed one of my sources and I accidentally clicked the button and then it made it crazy. That was me. I'm sorry. I was refreshing the source of my model and I accidentally fucking clicked to change the audio source and it made a feedback loop. I'm sorry to jump scare y'all though. I've learned something new not to click on. My bad guys. And well, if you're awake, type 2 in the chat. I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, Disney's too powerful for Virgil. My bad. I'm sorry. I've learned a new button not to click on. Oh my god. I feel more bad for you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Are you sure that was because you should do it again to test it? Oh, okay. No, so like, how I have my sound set up, because I split my audio, I send one thing for my music that I listen to through an audio source, right? But like, I misclicked the source and it changed it, and whenever it changed it, it was just like a big ass feedback loop. Wild. So anyway, that's what's going on with Marshy, guys. Please go give them some support. It's really, really horrible to see all the issues that fellow VTubers are having, right? Of course, also, guys, a mother actually going on to say, hey, Bites, just making sure you all know this, obviously, isn't me. Well, another impersonator. I mean, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, this happens quite a lot, but, you know, again, be careful, guys. This is a fake Twitter account. Yeah, mother is awesome. And finally, guys, I do want to mention to you something about Lydia. Unfortunately, Lydia was hate-rated, guys. So it's really important if you have your own server, you listen to this, right? So Lydia goes on to say, my Discord server just got absolutely obliterated by hate-rate spam bots posting the most horrific stuff. I did talk to Lydia, guys. It was really bad. It was like gore, decapitation. I mean, really, really horrible stuff. He said, be careful, this user took advantage of the setting being able to trigger a bot attack. So this is the person probably gonna throw away. But you gotta be careful of this setting that's called use external apps. Allows apps that members have added to their account to post messages. When disabled, the messages will be private. So yeah, really, really important you do this. I know a lot of people have been smacked by it. In my past, I've been smacked by bot raids and stuff like that too. So I know that our settings are good, but it's definitely something you want to be careful of, especially Yomi got hit. Now Lydia's got hit. You just got to be careful out there, guys. All right, gotta be careful, guys. In other news, I do want to talk about a little bit of graduations, hiatuses, debuts, events, all that stuff. First up, guys, is Nari, who is graduating on the 27th, chat. Nari goes on to say, graduation announcement. Let me make this a bit bigger for y'all. Hello, everybody. I really didn't think this would be an announcement I would write so soon. VTubing has really been an amazing experience and one I treasure dearly forever. I made so many friends and cultivated an amazing community full of the most wonderful people. I'm super proud of myself for having accomplished what I have while I stream. Really has been an honor to everybody, be everybody's stinky vampire. This all being said, I'll be graduating effective July 1st. All my socials will be marked as graduated, but you still can find me supporting friends along the way. Thank you for the community for supporting me. Thank you to my friends for being there for me always. My last graduation stream will take place on June 27th at 12 p.m. CST. So again, guys, wish Nari all the best. It's sad to see them go, but everybody's time, you know, eventually comes to an end. You know, it always comes to an end. Nari, oblivious. In other news as well, we do have a hiatus to talk about. And this hiatus comes from Ahara, who goes on to say, I know this may be a bit unexpected to most of you. Please read this announcement regarding my streaming activities as Hera. Thank you. After much thought, I wanted to share something important with all of you. I've decided to immediately place my activities as Hera on an indefinite hiatus. Ever since my debut, my journey has given me so many precious memories, wonderful friendships and moments I will treasure. Everyone who supported me, laughed with me, watched my stream, shared my excitement, or simply stayed by my side, thank you. Your love and kindness have meant more to me than my words can truly express. Looks like their mom passed away, so I'm really wishing them all the best in their future, and obviously taking a little bit of time to yourself is probably needed, especially after something like that. So I wish Hera all the best, guys. Give them some love and support. Now, in case you missed it, guys, I got 2 debuts I want to talk about. First one here is Centrea. She actually went on to debut her Disgaea, I don't know how to pronounce this. A Disgaea styled model. Take a look at it. I like how stylized it is. It looks really cool. It's very cute. Yeah, very cute. Very anime-esque. Yeah, maybe some of y'all can give me a little bit of insight into this, but I like it. I really love the whole design of it. So very cool. Congratulations to Centrea. Yeah, little anime sim. First, also, guys, Buff Up decided to debut their brand new model as well. Their 3D model says fix the scuff already. LOL. Debut round 2 tomorrow. You can see them rolling around going crazy, but it is their new gym setup as well. So this is really, really cool. I love the new room. I love the new model. Very awesome. So congrats to Buff Up on that one, chat. In other news, we got some debuts coming up that you're going to want to know about, guys. And first up is, of course, Hime Hajime has a new debut coming up on June 27th at 6 p.m. PST. Take a look, guys. I feel like Hime debuts a new model, streams twice, and then goes away, and then streams twice, comes out with a new model, and it repeats the cycle. Like, I just never see her anymore, and it's sad because I love her. What's the VTuber that likes to be called I'm a good girl? Who? Me? Yeah, I believe that. Of course, also, guys, Tigaholic is going to be debuting as well, coming up very soon. I remember that femboy VTuber had beef with Nux Taku. Let's take a look, guys.
That one femboy VTuber? You know, the one who had beef with Nux Taku? Well, guess what? He's back, and better than ever. After years and years of hard work and dedication, I'm finally debuting my brand new model design on June 27th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/Tigaholic. The X is silent. If you thought I was cute before, just wait until you see what I have in store for you. 60 plus new emotes, a brand new background, and a completely original lore video and animation, and much, much more. If you were wondering what I was up to these last 2 years since being deplatformed, this is it. Did you hear about—
Sounds to be pretty exciting. So, I know Tyga's had a really tough time these past couple years. So it is really cool to see them, make a comeback. So we'll be checking it out. Oh my God, the X is silent, but pronouncing the X. Wait, really? Like, no way, actually. Yeah, I like the video too. There's no way you actually were, right? And of course, one other debut I want to mention to you guys is, of course, Ayami Luna and their 2.0 coming up on June 20th. Take a look, guys.
Oh, hi. Finally. Let's
I
get
was about
started.
to say walk.
Oh, is this thing on? Are you ready? Let's go.
Yeah, the whole thing between Tyga and Nux is like, it's a whole debacle, one that I've dived into before, and I kind of don't want to relive it, but it's it was very problematic. Nux definitely did Tyga very wrong. So, but anyway, I'll let you explore that on your own. We're not here to talk about that today, but that is the debuts that are coming up, guys. Of course, also we have some events to talk about. I like Penny Puffball, who announces a new concert coming up at Onkey. This one is actually called the Big British Concert, all the way from across the pond to America. We brought along some cool guests too. So take a look. This is going to be the Onkey main stage coming up July 24th. Again, the Big British Exchange Concert. I love this idea. This is really fucking funny. Imagine British people performing a concert, chat. This looks nice. This lineup for this, by the way, chat, because I've already seen it, it's nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's actually nuts. Matara! British people, yes! No problem, Death Knight. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thanks for being here and watching. Penumbral, let's go. That's cute. John VTuber. Yeah, Lime does seem very nice. Matara is officially British. Confirmed. This is a really cool concert. I'm kind of pumped for this one, chat. So, again, there it is. Very cool stuff. They kind of go with that, of course. Elia did make an announcement in regards to this with all of the big names as part of that lineup. So, I love the pins there, too. That's really funny. So, there you go, guys. Yeah, I had no idea that Lime was a Brit. So, that's a first for me, at least knowing. Of course, guys, let's also check in here with Fantastic Reality. You guys know we've been talking about the Found Features concert presented by Irium coming up at the Vermont Hollywood on July 2nd. Well, now, guys, we have, of course, Numi is actually going to be a part of the opening stage guests. Even more to add to this, guys. There's so many, by the way. Yeah, so many people got added to this. We also have, of course, Atoma, which is great to see. I know that she's been living like her idol dream recently, so that is awesome. To add to this, of course, we have Suko as well, and then one last guest added to that big roster, and that is, of course, Bao herself. So this is going to be a crazy concert series, guys. I'm really excited to see the pictures. I have a friend that's going, so I'll try to get them to take some pictures and, of course, share that with all of you guys. So, very cool. I'm very, very pumped. You know, that's the beauty of VTubing, right? We can just teleport in like that, you know? That's the best part. In other news, guys, let's dive down to a little bit of HoloLive. I'm just going to talk about HoloLive. I do want to talk about a VTuber group that got into some big controversy. And then, of course, we'll, you know, dive into the big stuff here. So, first up for HoloLive, guys, we do have Arisu, who actually just hit 1 million subscribers. You might know her. She is part of HoloLive Indonesia. But yeah, she just hit 1 million. So congratulations to her. That's a huge fucking milestone. Absolutely incredible. Of course, also, you know, her fans did get a celebration for her. And then Steve Bloom, the voice of Wolverine, actually took the time to congratulate her on that million. So check this out.
Risu, it's me, Wolverine, in Steve Bloom cosplay. I just wanted to congratulate you on 1 million subs. How the hell did you do that? You're the best there is at what you do, and what you do is pretty nice.
I thought that was kind of cool, so I wanted to show you that. Very, very awesome. Yeah, like an actual legend. Oh, well, I feel slightly dumb. I've been watching the Death Battle reaction videos, and now I decided to look for the Twitch channel. Now you're good, Legion. I do. Okay, so, like, my content is very divided. I have very, like, happy, feel-good Death Battle stuff, and I also do VTuber news. So, like, we have fun with reacts, but, you know, I gotta balance out all the news as well. What's up, cutie? How are you? Of course, also, guys, Raiden actually talked about an upcoming hiatus for her, which I kind of don't blame her with everything going on. But yeah, she did announce an hiatus coming up for June, so I think it was June, maybe it's July. Take a listen, guys. Dude, I love his voice so much.
6月なんと長期でお休みをいただきます。すみません。というのもですね、実は、今週から
Yeah, she's so cute.
ちょっとロケが続きまして、ロケが、海外もあるかな。海外ロケ、それから国内ロケと、ポンポンね、連続して続いちゃっておりまして、その兼ね合いでちょっと、長期でお休みをいただこうかなと思っております。いつから休むか、6月10日から休みます。で、全体公開の
I mean, to me,
配
chat,
信
this just
分
sounds
は
like this is a break
今日で
because,
一旦
you know, she's got a lot of opportunities, and that's always what you
ただ
want.
その自枠の配信はなくなるんですけど、もう現段階で決まってる
Yeah, that's kind of just like a big
であったりとか
W.
X の更新もね、一旦ストップすると思ってもらって
Well,
いい
yeah,
ん
that's
です
probably
け
for
ど、
the best.
そのコラ
Like,
ボに伴う X
a
の
break
更
from
新
X is probably
はあり
actually
ます
for the best.
で、いつまで休むんだいっていうあれなんですけど、6月10日から、6月末頃までちょっとふわってなっててごめん、ちょっといろいろまだわからないことが多くって一旦ふわっとなってます。配信は休むんですけど、配信はあります。言い方がむずいな。ちょっと何言ってるかわかんないと思うんですけど、休みなんです。
Twitter's only gonna dunk on somebody, that's it. But yeah, but like,
配信があり
I
ます。
don't know, dude. It's not even like a place for conversation anymore. It's just people yelling at each
な
other.
のでコラボもあるし、
Well, which is so shitty,
自
right?
爆もありますよと、いうことがあります。例外はありますが、自枠での生配信と X の更新はお休みになります。あと動画投稿とかもあります。ショート動画であったりとか長尺の動画も出るかなと、何かちょっとそのなんか体調が悪いであるとか、精神的にしんどいであるとか、決してそういったことではないのでご安心ください。シンプルにロケでいないのと、まあちょっとロケの前後体調崩さないようにちょっと長めに
That's kind of always my concern when people take a break, right? Like, it's like for mental, did something bad happen? You know, etc., right? But this is a good break, right? She's got opportunities. Seems like everything's good here, Chad. So these are the kind of hiatuses that you want. You know what I mean?
お休みをもらおうかなっていう。
Thanks, dude. I'll take a
めっ
look.
ちゃ元気。戻ってくるの6月末頃ふわっとしてはいるんですけれども、まあ、少なくとも6月最終週までには戻ってくると、いう感じかなと思います。
So all around good things here for Raiden, of course, guys. I wish you all the best. This is cool. I've decided you're part of my Oshi harem now. Let's go on, big. I made it, chat. Yes, random chatter. First time chat puts me in their Oshi harem now. I can't believe it. Wow, I'm winning at life. Also, weird ass first time message. What a first time chatter message, by the way. Oh my god. So that's what's going on with raiding, guys. Of course, also, we're gonna go take a look here at Mizumiya's birthday. She actually just celebrated with the 3D Live, which was super duper cute. And she also released a brand new original song. Here, I'll show you a little bit of the concert. I'm sure you guys want to see it. Let's go, WW! I wonder what my first message was. Holy booba. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I just want to say how crazy it is that we've got to a point where basically, like, if you think about it, right, chat? HoloLive is able to push out these, like, 3D concerts for every single, like, talent's birthday. Like, imagine getting to the point where you can do that. That's insane. So congrats to, of course, all the girlies. And, of course, to Mizumiya on her birthday live. That's amazing. She also just released a brand new original song. To go along with it, I'll give you a quick listen here. It's very cute. Yeah, go back and find your first. That would be a fun thread. What was your first ever message on your Oshi's chat? My first message is not a VTuber. Well, my first message is reverse Uno card. But yeah, this is really nice. So, of course, guys, go and support Misu. Very awesome. In other news as well, guys, unfortunately, I got some pretty depressing news to share with you all. You don't know, guys, this is Zelly. Zelly is a former talent. Well, I guess technically still a talent, but yeah, a part of the fourth generation of VNU. Well, we talked about VNU and all the horrible stuff that's been going on with them. Well, guys, let's go take a look here with Gooby. And if you don't know Gooby, Gooby is, you know, totally unrelated streamer, chat. They're definitely, like, even though they look different, they definitely share nothing in common. 100%. They're definitely not related in any way, shape, or form, guys. Do not make any assumptions that they could potentially be the same person. That would definitely just be an outlandish statement, right? But, you know what? Their voices are so similar, some might say that they are the same person. Might be crazy, right? But anyway, guys, in the stream, unfortunately, we got a lot of news from Gooby about what her experience was like in VNU. There was a lot kind of spread out. I'm going to read some notes to you guys about what happened. So everybody listen up. If you're listening, type 1. But this is like, yeah, this is pretty rough. So, Ellie, Gooby, raised $15,000, which she wanted to spend on moving closer to her family and on her health. But when she raised that $15,000, VNU did not give that to her. And she wasn't the first one that they did this to. Again, she raised $15,000, never got it. In her contract, she says that they can negotiate certain aspects, right? But they were never actually given a fair chance to negotiate. And the meetings were on VNU's terms. So even though they said, yeah, we want to negotiate, they said, well, not actually, fuck you. Of course, she went on to apologize to those who donated. And of course, the rewards and prizes for the top donors took a year to be given out, while it should have been taken, just taken days. Of course, they took it away the future. Many of the talents, plans, and she was the only one with enough money to, she was only left with enough money to pay rent and couldn't buy things that were needed to fulfill the goals. So, again, chat, she was not paid out properly, only had enough money for rent, couldn't properly fulfill a lot of her goals because she didn't have money because, they didn't properly pay her out. And she apologized to all those top donors as well. She also went on to say that she was very upset because allegedly they botted her YouTube channel. That is right, guys. Allegedly they botted her YouTube channel. So, you know, between stealing money and, of course, this issue, I feel so horrible for Zelly. I mean, Gooby chat. Wow, why do I keep messing that up? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Wow, how can I confuse them at all? But very unfortunate, guys. I hope that you will go support Gooby in all of their future endeavors, because they certainly need it, guys, with every horrible thing that has happened to them. Yeah, very, very fucked up. Very, very fucked up. Another news as well, guys. I do want to talk about what's going on with a controversial VTuber group. And now, what I want to say, guys, is like with this VTuber group, this isn't like the worst thing ever, but I think that it's a tale of like caution, right? That's the biggest thing. By the way, guys, how does everything sound to you? I was getting a little pop and a click in my earphones, which is why I was fucking with everything. So I think I get it fixed. How does everything sound on your end? I think my I replugged my audio interface in, so I think it's better now. Good. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, it was bothering me. I hate that clicky sound. It'll do that every once in a while. So anyway, guys, this is V Royalty. V Royalty auditions are now open. Want to become a princess and rule the kingdoms with us? Apply to be a part of the cutest VTuber group in all the land. All right. I mean, this is cool. You know, we like this. Let's take a look here at the trailer. It looks very cute, right? I'm down for it. Seems fine. Yeah, seems fine on the surface, right? Why, you could join your VTuber. Yeah, you could join your VTuber. Hey, Jesse, what's your problem, bro? I mean, this all sounds really nice. I like that. Models by the same artist. Okay. I know I'm hearing a lot of you guys ask, well, what is the catch here? Well, unfortunately, guys, this VTuber group got into a lot of controversy because as part of their auditions, they were asking for all of their members to have $3,000. Yes, that is right. Ariel kind of defines it. This isn't a scam. It's a not well-planned idea. For $3,000, you should at least have a concrete plan to make back the investment. Also, a group called Be Anything After 2023. Extremely cliche. Your two founders should read and be as a group, prove growth, then open auditions. So basically, they're like, well, you want to get in this group, you got to pay $3,000, so that way you can get a model, etc. Right now, here's the thing. I think that inherently wanting to get, you know, all the same model artists is like, that's a cute idea, right? But the issue is that you don't know this group is going to work out, right? Like, you have no idea. Are you guys gonna get along? Are you guys going to focus on the same stuff? I think that spending all the money up front and then creating the group after makes no sense to me, right? I think that is just poor decision making. But on top of that, guys, you know, Top Few Fox kind of wraps everything up here as well. And they have some pictures of the application form, which was taken down. But they're talking about it's a group made to help each other grow. They want to have matching themes and detailed princess design. The group will not cover the expenses of your model, right? There will be no contract, but there are a few simple rules we would like everybody to follow. So, like, I feel like, I don't know, it's very problematic, right? In their initial one, it's like, we have no contracts, but you also want people to spend a bunch of money. You don't know if stuff is going to work out. It's very just, I think it's just poorly planned. I don't think they meant for it to be like scammy, but it kind of came across that way, right?
They have announced the second founder, and while she seems to have a far more of a presence in the JP VTubing side of things, which answers a lot of questions regarding why they are operating the way they are.
Exactly, just
my opinion has vastly shifted.
Poor planning, like,
this post
this
is a
not
huge
the way
red
that you want to
flag,
grow as a group.
and I feel the need to now say please be so careful when applying to this group. they are effectively trying to gaslight you with this post. I am so happy I took a screenshot of the original application. They have since changed the wording in their application, and this post is stating that they mentioned in the application that they are willing to help with funding when the original application did not have this. You can see the differences in the photos
so
below.
you can see how they adjusted it. Which, I mean, like, that's okay if you want to adjust after feedback, right? But I think just the whole idea as a whole is just really poorly thought out. I'm back, baby. I had to take care of some... Did you just call me baby? You know, quick question, Death Knight. Have you ever heard of that song? It's a very famous song. It goes like this. It's like, baby, come back. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard that song, right? You ever heard of that? Yeah, baby, come back. If you've ever heard that song, if you do me a favor, would you actually do the literal exact opposite of that? Yeah, like, instead of baby come back, more like baby go please far away and let me file a restraining order because I never want to see you in my chat ever talking to me like that way again. Thank you. Thanks, baby. I appreciate ya. Anyway, continuing here, of course. You know, this whole contract here is just poorly thought out. I can see a lot of people are just kind of, yeah, they're not feeling it, guys, and I can totally understand as to why. I'm back, baby. I think it's what they're... Yeah, I'm just like... Hey, look, let me make a little content, too. I walked into that one. Fair enough, fair enough. Of course, Cass says, I was going to ignore this and just do my own thing. But something in my gut says it wouldn't be right to see. It wouldn't be right to not say anything. It's always weird to me when people, like, word stuff like that. Hold on a second, chat. I need to, like, rearrange myself. My chair's all fucked up. I'm getting tilted. But literally. Okay, that's better. I think it's because I was in such a rush this morning. I'm like, I like the little stuff, like fixing your chair, like the right way and getting all set up. I'm just missing out on it. So they said, I was just getting notice, but wouldn't be right to not say anything. I'm Cass, and I'm the founder of my own VTuber group, VTube. Here's my thoughts and concerns on this upcoming one. So, I mean, for somebody that's a leader of a group, they might have some decent insight. So, you know,
as
let's
cute
listen.
and pretty as this group's theme and ideas are,
yes, like the
asking
tower.
members to pay at least $3,000 on a new model. Art is estimated to be around $3,000.
I only spend like 5 minutes getting my chair and all that stuff set up right.
It's a very cute idea and makes sense to want everyone to have designs that work super cohesively together. But roughly $3,000 is just for model art. You're looking at around $1,000 for very basic rigging. Then if they want to do special assets or art for debut, you'd probably need to spend or contribute more there too.
I'll be honest, guys, this is actually a pretty high number. You can get nice models for way less than that. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, if you want like a crazy, super highly designed model by like some, you know, well-renowned artist, yeah, I could see 3,000, absolutely. But
solution
I don't
for
know,
this,
3,000 is a good
work
budget.
with partnered artists to help you do models instead of making your members pay for a new one.
Exactly.
It could be something you work out with an artist and rigor regarding
That's
future
a great
compensation
idea. I like
plans.
That.
But this would work out more positively for them versus telling applicants if you're selected, you have to pay this.
Yeah, and that kind of feels bad, right? It's like, oh my god, you made it! Now $3,000. Like, I don't know. I think that it's cute to want to have the same idea. I get where they're coming from, right? It's just like, there are straight up ideas and kind of like roadblocks along the way that I don't think they even like remotely considered. There's so many ways to have a unique model, either 2D or 3D, that are so much more affordable. Exactly. Like, yo, what's up, Leslie? How are you, cutie? I miss you. Yeah, exactly, though, Leslie. You're totally right. Even if you already have an existing Princess Royalty design, you will still need to get it redone by the same artist. This appears to be an indie VTuber group. It sounds like they do not have needs to pay you anything, at least not at the start. You're planning on spending this large amount of money with just friendship, promotion, and cohesive branding in return. But again, you don't even know if any of that's going to work out, right? If you leave, if the group dies, probably keep everything you paid for as you own it. I will just submit money you spent with no return, so you need to be prepared for this. It's a risk. It's too much of a risk, guys. It sounds like design will be made adjusted together, so you might not like something the group wants in your model. Heck, you might not even like the model's art design. And that's fair, right? The artist. I just think it's too much of a high asking price at the start of something, right? So V Royalty did go on to address things, right? They did make a post. They said, addressing concerns. Hello, everybody. We want to address some valid concerns regarding the price of the new VTuber model you would have to get if accepted to our group. First of all, we want to specify that's the base price of a model that our artist is, which is about 1,800 USD. Reason we put an estimate for 3K. Yes, exactly. Like, you lose, basically, like, if the group goes bad, right? You're just left with this stuff that you might not even love, right? So it's because Lotus's model costs about as much, with a lot of additional toggles, items, and extra expressions not included in the price. You're not expected to get any of these, and it was a mistake to put that high of an estimation on our form. We just didn't want to accept applicants to be surprised by fees, and we wanted extra details for the model. I mean, like, I can understand that. I just think at its core that asking for that much money up front is a problem, right? We know that even at 1.8K, the price is not feasible for everybody. But we can assure you that we are not a scam, and that Amy is a trustworthy artist that pours her heart into the model she creates. She is linked in the bio, and you can see her models in our first up. Also mentioned that we could help out with the model's financing if needed, but since we're a group and not an agency, the other members also have to pay for their own models and assets. The full payment is not possible for us. Here's the thing, right? A group should be made up of people that get along with each other, right? That want to make content content together, right? As part of the creation process. But, like, I don't understand that you're not building that bridge, right? You're not building that relationship. You're just like, hey, guess what? You're going to hop in a group and you're going to get along. Like, it doesn't work that way, you know? I feel like they just really kind of missed out on a lot of aspects of creating content in a group, right? Like, guys, you know that I've been, finalizing all the stuff for Waifu, right? Like, Waifu is my VTuber group that I started, right? But we took so much time to not only select people through the application process, but also to make sure that all the final applicants got along. Like, there's a reason it's taken so long, is because we're doing our due diligence. We want to make sure that everybody is fine. Everybody collabs well. Everybody doesn't have a problem. We jive with each other, right? Like, it's so important that you go through that process, because once you get to a point and you have a disagreement, what happens then? If you never take the time to address that, y'all are going to melt down, you know? Yeah, and you can't have somebody just apply to be your friend.
Once again, we are real people that just want to create a fun, aesthetically pleasing group for people to enjoy.
I get that,
we also
truly.
know this group won't please everyone, and that's okay. We are also not going into this with no preparations. We have plans for this group to last a long time. We kindly request to please ask questions or check us out before commenting speculations. Warning others about shady projects is super valid. But it's better to get the actual truth. We advise you to take a look at our Q&A post for more details about certain aspects of the group. Thank you for reading.
So they did make this statement. However, chat, I don't think it much mattered, because they said, hey, thank you for your patience. After careful consideration and review and constructive feedback, we decided to close auditions at this current time. Which, I'll be honest, I think it's just the best choice, right? Build the group up yourself, and then you can open auditions, or just make sure you have a foundation of something, right? We deeply apologize to the applicants who took their invaluable time to audition. I'll be royalty with the abuse. It's 2 current members. We'll work hard to establish ourselves as a group. So I think it's fine, right? Lotus and Momo are going to do their thing by themselves. I think just this whole thing I'm talking about, this chat, it's a cautionary tale, right? Don't jump into something without understanding or doing your research. Make sure that everything is, very strongly set up. Everything's really, really strong before you just hop into it. So I think it's this great positive change. And I'm wishing the best for the 2, current members. Yeah, I just don't think they understood, right? It's just lack of industry knowledge, right? I would say their acts are very innocent. They just didn't know, guys. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna ask you all a question here. What would you guys like to jump into first? Because both are a little lengthy. If you like to cover Onkey type 1, if you like to cover DEME situation type 2, I'm gonna let y'all pick today. Yeah, I'll let you pick what we decide into. Type 1 if you want Onkey, or 2 if you want the plappening. Yeah, how about that? 2 for the plappening, 1 for Onkey. Also, I gotta look at, you said there was something in here, Nid, so let me look. Yeah, I got a lot of these. Oh, you talking about all the stuff with AM Candlery? Okay, I don't have that. I'll pull all that as we go along. I'll pull that. All right, it looks like the plappening. Flap, 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 flap. Gonna get 5 big flaps. The plappening is so dumb. So guys, let's take a moment and talk about what the hell is going on with fucking DEME, dude. Like, this shit is wild. This shit is fucking wild as hell. So let's go take a look, guys. In case you missed everything that has happened before, I'm gonna delete some tabs here really quick. You had me a plappening. Can we get 5 gifted plaps? Yeah, can I get 5 gifted plaps, guys? So today, chat, we're gonna follow up about what happened with the DEME situation back on Sunday. And if you don't know what happened, well, I encourage you to watch my full video that is over on my news YouTube. And type !YouTube and go and check it out. If you want to watch it, I did cut it up nice and pretty for you, so you can get caught up. It's all over there. But a little reminder here, just TLDR, DEME made a post here that it said, hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work art of me. But then why'd you make a VTuber look like that? Because I like sexy or hot things. Doesn't mean I don't want to see porn of it. So again, she likes sexy and hot stuff. She just doesn't want to see porn of it, right? DEME says it's just a VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it? So, of course, chat, this absolutely blew up because people were calling her hypocritical. I think this is probably rock solid, and Chibi reviews kind of had the same thing. Feels uncomfortable and not safe for work art of herself. Repost not safe for work art. Well, clearly this is not, you know, this is fine, right? This is does not fall under not safe for work art. This is just, you know, it's a little suggestive, but by her own definition, she said porn, right? So her definition of not safe for work is porn. Well, Chibi Reviews called her a hypocrite. DEME clapped back. It blew up. It was wild. Honestly, everyone who says you're a hypocrite about the whole not safe for work thing, they'll report themselves of having no reading comprehension. I 100% agree with you, Element. 100% agree. So this is where we left off, right, guys? We had Chibi and DEME kind of, you know, going at each other. DEME threw some real low blows at him, making fun of his, you know, his breakup that he had with his girlfriend, which, you know, was a very dark time for Chibi. My thoughts, just as a TLDR, was, yeah, well, Chibi definitely misrepresented what you said. He definitely caused more problems than were actually there. But DEME also struck a low blow that was not needed. And that's kind of left off, right? So both sides kind of fucked up in a way, but that's where we were. Well, now, guys, let's go see what's been going on, because DEME has absolutely replied way too many times. And on top of that, we have some new narratives as well. So, Fuji News, actually, which is, if you don't know, they're just like an anime industry, entertainment kind of viral content news. They ended up talking about this, talking about the VTuber who forbade her fans from drawing her, which I don't think that's the case, right? You know, VTuber unleashed a wave of criticism after publicly asking people to stop sending her inappropriate illustrations based on their character. Community branded her a hypocrite, which, again, I don't think she's a hypocrite for drawing a boundary, right? That's okay. In fact, I would say that it's pretty fucked up to not respect that boundary. That's just me. Maybe I'm wild for that, but the fact that she drew a boundary should be respected, right? I think that people calling her a hypocrite are wrong. But I also think that people that are taking it to an extreme are also wrong and throwing different narratives out there that are not real. It's wild. So, kind of adding to this, Tectoon kind of drops in his thoughts about it, saying that women who literally dropped $10,000 on a Hodop Turbo Slut VTuber model then claim sexual harassment if you make not safe for work of it. Ladies, you're not your VTuber model. And this is just, again, a misrepresentation of what's going on, right? She didn't claim sexual harassment. She just said, I'm not comfortable with it, right? So, definitely a very big misrepresentation. But DEME actually did go on to talk about Chibi Reviews here. So, let's take a listen in on what she had to say about it, right? So she had a lot to say. She had a lot to say. Now, something I am going to point out about this particular post here in a minute, stick tight for, okay?
Chibi fans want to preach about men's mental health while making fun of a man's suicide attempt. I got slashed accidentally when I pulled the scissors away from him, trying to save his life from a horrible decision. Their obsession with the kook fantasy also checks out.
So, of course, guys, there's two big allegations we're going to look at, right? They're saying DEME got, railed on stream like she had sex on stream. And then also, they're saying that her boyfriend is a cuck, which both of these are completely unfounded. In fact, one of them, I'm gonna completely disprove to you, but the other one, I can't 100% completely, refute it outright based on, stream schedules. But I can tell you that I don't think it's real.
I had no idea that Chibi Reviews tried to take his own life, and I don't wish that upon anyone. As I said before, I don't care about the guy in general.
It's a subjective term.
I'm not gonna apologize to a guy who dated a teen when he's pushing 30. Scammed his fans of thousands of dollars of a lawsuit that never happened. Never in my life have I heard of people siding with a cheating future wife in any scenario tbh. Yet I'm not surprised the guy doesn't understand boundaries/consent.
If you want to hate me, though, and how I speak and carry myself, fair game. However, gonna always complain about harassment and Twitter and cause harassment on me, getting physically harmed. Makes 0 sense. Anyway, I'm gonna continue my Japan trip. What's I will say this, there's no reason to post this at this point. Like you said what you had to say, just walk away at this point, Demi. Like, it's making you look worse at that point. Yeah, I don't really understand that. Of course, Demi also goes on to talk about, people saying that she had sex on stream. Well, she said, if I was crazy enough to fuck on stream, at least I'm an OnlyFans to bait engagement. Stop forcing your cuck fantasies on others. My ass is too fat to move that little. Of course, also, we did get a follow-up to this as well. With Demi saying, I had to update the tweet. I didn't want to spread information. My bad on that. So what I want to point out to you about this particular tweet, guys, is Demi actually made a version of this post that had some misinformation in it. And I want to pull it up for you really quick. The original time that she posted this, it actually included a screenshot here of Chibi Reviews that said, went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day. So, from what I've come to understand, this is actually a fake tweet. This tweet is not real. You'll see this in this is the old one, right? It's right here. However, she did edit it and remove it in her more recent post of it, which I view as a good thing, actually, because, hey, you found it was misinformation, you removed it, right? Yeah, you probably should have looked into it a little bit more. Actually, I mean, you should have looked into it a little bit more before adding that as a part of your quote retweet. But nonetheless, it's a good thing that you removed it, right? But yeah, be careful what you're adding in there. However, we should celebrate somebody correcting misinformation. So, however, this has been a point of contention. People are like, oh, Demi's a liar because she's spreading misinformation. Well, obviously, she did go on to correct it and say, herself, I have to update the tweet since I don't want to spread misinformation. My bad on that. Chris, somebody says, don't want to spread misinformation. Edits the tweet and said, deleting it. Tell me you're an attention whore without telling me you're an attention whore. Like, what? Like, she fixed it. Like, that's a good thing, right? So, obviously this, this is definitely not good to have, of course. Like, it's not real. It's a fake screenshot. So, definitely there needs to be a correction, but I mean, she made the correction. Some people fall for misinformation all the time, right? I'm not gonna excuse it, but it's what you do with it, right? If you find something you're misinformed about it, then you do the right thing and you take it down, and that, that's what she did. So there's been multiple accusations coming at her, guys. Calling her boyfriend, a cuck, saying that she had sex on stream. People going after her about her BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. First, she said back in 2023, I have BPD. I'd like to apologize for sometimes, in a way, sabotaging my own growth in YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. I'm not good with change, so when my when my chat starts to be different and etc., I kind of freak out mentally. Try my best to be better. Much love. So, Emerald Apple just kind of putting that information out there. They said it's something I have relatively intimate knowledge of, as my sister has BPD, and I had a coworker whose wife had BPD. They have intense, rapidly shifting emotions with fear of abandonment, along with huge defensive responses. They have the uncanny ability to always see themselves as the victim, no matter what the context is or the circumstances. And due to the being impulsive in their defense, they can become quite unhinged. You can blame it all on CMDD. All she wants but her behavior is textbook BPD, the same type of toxic behavior my sister displayed in the same stories that my coworker with BPD's wife had as well. TLDR, stay away from people with BPD. Their dangers will often ruin your life, even through a parasocial lens, and treatment often has limited success, which I think I'm gonna let other people explain this a little bit better, because there's a lot of people that had to share their thoughts about BPD. Like Yuka, who says this is why, yeah, very discriminatory. First, they're saying this is honestly the reason why I don't talk about my BPD diagnosis. For years, the stigma on BPD has haunted every single person that has been diagnosed, that they're this unlovable, unempathetic monster that will use and abuse you any given moment for their own personal gain. Do you know the amount of trauma a person has to go through to be diagnosed with this awful disorder? Do you know that our brains literally rewire themselves as children to save us from trauma, causing us to be this way when we're adults? We are monsters, and labeling as such is so damaging, which I agree with, right? I think that there is a lot that can be done around BPD, and I think there's a lot of healing that has to go through, but I think that also, like, judge people by who they are, not by their disorder, right? So it's like, oh yeah, BPD, well, we can't believe anything you say, you're a liar and a manipulator about everything. Well, that's not true, right? That's not true at all. Judge somebody by the person they are, not by the disorder, right? Or whatever that they have. Lucia says, as somebody who cares a lot about mental health, BPD is not the same as stamping manipulative liar on your forehead. Borderline personality disorder can express itself in so many ways, at many different levels, and is not a one-size-fits-all mental illness. You'll find extremely rational people who suffer from BPD. So my point of this chat is, now we have three main allegations, right? We have number one, we have her boyfriend's a cuck. Number two, we have she had sex on stream. Number three, she has BPD, so you can't listen to anything she says, right? So it's become like we're throwing all of these, like, accusations against the wall just to see what sticks. When originally, guys, the issue was how harsh she was to Chibi, right? It's okay to, you know, criticize her for that, because I think that she should be criticized for that. But everything else, guys, come on. Like, you're literally just finding random stuff just to try and cancel her over nothing. So I want to go and look a little bit deeper into one of these narratives, guys. And this is the big one, guys. And this comes from Dintech, who says, big talk from somebody who got railed on stream, afraid of not safe for work, my ass. And of course, tagging DEME in Chibi reviews. Well, guys, let's go take a look here at this clip. And I want to see what you guys think about it. Is she having sex on stream? What do you guys think about it?
Of course. This? Of course! Yes! I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says that there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked if— Wow, I cannot fucking read, dude. Dude, I was like actually like grade 1 level of like reading, dude. Oh my god, dude, shit. Oh my god. I just need to like calm down. I'm calm now. I hope you're pulling my my This is so fucking.
Yes, Nick, they do.
You just gotta
they actually
in,
do,
dude. Okay, sorry. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Oh, I think I just have to go more American, sorry. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain that they can fix the problem.
She's just bouncing up and down, dude. Like, she's like stimming. Like, this isn't...
Whoa!
I'm sorry, guys. This is not having sex. Like, what? Yeah, there's a lady just bouncing. Like, sometimes I kind of like do this. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought sex is a myth with VTubers. It is. Yeah, like, I feel like I don't think like you've had sex if you think this is somebody like getting railed from behind. Like, that's not even close. It's not even close.
I suddenly can read really
no
properly.
stimming, guys. They'll accuse you of having sex on stream.
Tell Private and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain from the construction yard from now. Update. Mallow and I will join you.
That's
in
dumb. Not every person with BPD is violent or aggressive or a danger to others. Yes, there's some who literally turn into violent, aggressive beasts, and sadly I meet them too, but most of the people I meet with BPD were neither violent or aggressive nor a danger to others, so that's dumb. You can't throw them all into one pot and say they are all like that. Also, did the people ever heard about a bouncy ball chair? Use not.
Yeah, well, that's a good point as well. I feel like the OP had like a really bad experience with their sister and of course like whatever their work colleagues' wives. So, but just because you have those experiences doesn't mean that that's everybody, right? Self-report on being a virgin.
Private left to visit her friends. She fears
I mean like maybe just a bouncy ball chair. I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean?
I just, when I look at this chat, I'm like, well, number one, I don't think that she is, but number two, I just don't think there's enough for anybody to prove that, right? Like, if you're gonna prove that, how? Like, you're gonna have to, some super strong proof. Yeah, it's just, literally, it's throwing whatever against the wall, trying to make it stick.
Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is setting the last of its cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Wait, they found the eye!
So, of course, chat, this was the big post. This went absolutely viral. I mean, 9.4 million views, going crazy, right? So everybody starts to think, oh my god, Kimmy had sex on stream. She's getting railed on stream. Well, here's another clip as well where somebody's like, oh, this is more obvious.
Oh, I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Giving orbital probe cannon all the power it structurally would stand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can and as far as it can. I see. We'll be ignoring that.
I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough for you to be like, yeah, she was getting plapped on stream. Yeah, like, to me, like, I just think she's adding a little bit into it, right? Like, just playing it up a little bit for the VA, like, it's just not enough for me to be like, yeah, you definitely did. Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Like, yeah, that's the proof. That is their proof. Like, she's definitely bouncing on a diet. Like, yeah, in my book, she's just playing this up. Maybe doing anything except being silly and simming. Right, exactly. She's bouncing on a crazy style dial. So she's being more empathetic in a reading, and that's somehow evidence of getting railed and missing something. That yes, you got it all, Cinder. This is proof of them having sex on stream. Of course, also we have even more posts we'll look at, like this one. Oh, hell no, she's grabbing shit on stream. Nah, she gotta go. Let's take a look here.
Boom.
What? So you're saying because she moved her hand over here, she's doing something. Okay, well, number one, I'm gonna tell you, nobody just squeezes their hand like that. Like, what, are you saying she's doing something with her hand to somebody? Because who the fuck gives like a hand job that way? Like, that's not what. On top of that too, chat. I kind of have a game theory here. Are you ready? Here's my game theory, right? I think that she, and probably one of y'all can tell me if this is true or not, because I don't watch DEME's content, so I don't know. But maybe one of y'all can tell me. I think that she uses probably like a stretch sense or some kind of glove and puts a hotkey to movement on your gloves, which a lot of glove movements for hotkeys are like Naruto signs, right? Sometimes you might move certain fingers down to your palm, things like that as well. Maybe for like volume, things like that. But either way, right? What does this prove? Exactly. Oh, bro, she's moving her hand. She's definitely having sex on stream. Like, I mean, maybe she's fucking squeezing like a stress ball. Like, this is just this is so dumb, you know? Like, she has like squishy ball. Right? Yeah, exactly. Like a fidget or something like that. Or again, I know for like my stretch sense, if I do the rock sign, it plays medium, so I use that when I'm doing like full body tracking. But I just don't understand like this argument here, because I feel like ultimately it's so weak, dude. It's such a weak argument for people to have here. I don't get it, guys. I literally just do not get it as to why people are like, oh yeah, she's having sex. What making a hand movement, playing it up with voice stuff, bouncing up and down. Like, don't bounce up and down on stream, guys. Everybody's gonna assume that you have sex. Like, everybody's trying to find some random reason to throw shit at her about this. And look, I can understand that you want to, you know, criticize DEME for some stuff, but this ain't it. This ain't it. Of course, also somebody's like, oh, she's bending over midstream.
You can't kill me. You can't kill me. I'm in a ship, you fuck.
Don't ever bend. Don't ever bend over, chat. Yeah, don't ever bend over with your model at all, ever like this, because people are gonna be like, "Oh, you had sex." Like, what? She's leaning forward. She's literally just leaning forward. Like, never. Don't move at all while you live stream, chat. God, never move your model at all. What? You better be entirely still. Don't move forward. Don't move your hands. Don't lean side to side. Don't bounce up and down on it, Dio. You. People are gonna accuse you of having sex. Oh my god. So, as crazy as all this is, chat, we also have other accusations of her getting cucked. So we're gonna take a look at that as well. And I do have a huge breakdown on some big misinformation, so let's talk about that as well. So within all this, chat, people are going back to her VOD of her playing this game, right? What's it called? Outer Worlds. People are going back to her VOD of her playing Outer Worlds and trying to find any moment that they can. And there was a timestamp that was actually made by somebody on the YouTube where they pointed out every single moment that happened, right? They're like, Arc 1, this is what we're here for. They're talking about, like, I don't know, they're trying to find every single sentence that they think is sussy, and there's so many of these, right? Well, I will tell you guys, this was ultimately deleted from that YouTube video. Now, that comment was in particular. I don't know for sure
Seconds ago,
who runs this VOD channel, whether it's a fan or whoever, right? But this comment was ultimately deleted, which, in my opinion, I think it's just like, I think it's not a good look to do that. And the only reason I say that is because people are going to use that against you, right? If you delete any type of comment, people are going to find a problem with it, right? And as much as that sucks, as much as you might be like, this is bullshit, I find it better just to leave stuff up because people will use that as a way to harass you, right? So I don't know if this is her channel. A mod editor runs it or whatever, but it was deleted. If it's not her channel, well, you know, then fine. You know, whatever, right? If she does own the channel, deleted it, I wouldn't have done that personally. And that's just my thoughts about it. Personally, my prerogative, I would not have, deleted that comment because people are going to use it against you. But I do want to point this out. This is also another thing that people are doing. They're like, oh my God, you deleted this comment, so it must be real. Like, guys, no. Just because somebody deletes a comment doesn't verify that something is real. Like, can we get our heads on straight? But of course, chat, we're also going to go look at some other accusations that are being made where people are accusing her of cucking her boyfriend. That is right. So they're saying, oh, she had the segs. Why her boyfriend was live streaming. So let's go take a look into this because these claims are really, really dumb. And they have to do with a particular VOD, which I'm going to point out here in just a bit. But yeah, people are like, oh, you can hear her getting railed during her boyfriend's stream. So he's, cucking him live, if you will. Well, obviously, so the live, I've been able to completely debunk coming in from manager Jojo. So I edited them side by side with allegations in the top left and burned it in the original time codes as well as the BF time codes into the DEME footage. So take a look, guys.
Okay, guys, I get too nervous. I get too nervous. I always miss the last bunny hop because I scroll too fast.
Oh shit! I need to slow the fuck down. Oh! Oh!
So again, she's screaming in the game. You can hear it through her boyfriend's microphone as well. And people are like, oh, she's getting railed in the other room. You're a cuck. I know, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Where is he?
There's the scream.
You were banned? Yeah, we saw. Guys, Demi screaming in the other room, it threw me off, man. Okay, that's my reasoning behind that, okay?
It's actually from before, right? They're just, I don't think, the only thing that can kill me is I can't do this! I can't do this!
But remember, guys, she's getting cucked in the other room. Yeah, remember, guys.
Oh my god, man, dude, I can't fucking do this.
La 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 la.
No, laughing on stream, guys. They might say you're getting cocked in the other room.
He's not. Perfect spot.
Yeah, it's such a huge reach.
Yo, John.
And the reason I bring all these up, chat, is because the thing is you can criticize DEME for the way that she reacted and she be fair, but when you start making up a bunch of shit and trying to find some random reason to cancel her, this is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Now we have come to the point where everybody's doing too much. This is unacceptable. Saying that she's had sex on stream, our boyfriend's getting cocked, she has BPD, so you can't believe her. I mean, come on, guys. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Go back to the original problem and have a problem with that instead of trying to find any other reason to be outraged.
Jump! It's my end! Jump! No! Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, Element, I'm gonna clear that up here in a second, actually.
86 and 1 damage wise. Guys,
they're saying because that was muted, it was to hide sex noises. Well, which makes no sense because it was probably just copyrighted music.
What's gonna be banned for?
But she's also streaming that entire time as well, like. Honestly, it's hysterical how far people are reaching. If I'm more recent as a hater, if you have a problem with her, fine. Just don't make shit up. Exactly. Like, you can criticize her for stuff, but why are you losing your mind so much about her fucking, like, yes, complain about what she originally did, but coming up with random bullshit? Guys, come on. You're just trying to find a reason to be outraged. And for what?
Bitch.
Like, what does it do for you? It's so
streamer.
easily disprovable.
That's your fucking streamer.
Like, you spend 2 seconds looking into this, and you're like, oh yeah, no, well, that's not true. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Man, this game is stressful.
Yeah, exactly. Like that original drama has become something so far-fetched in the other direction now.
Whoa.
I mean, guys, you can see, like, she just continues to play. There's nothing even remotely sussy or anything like that. She's just playing and that's it. So I do think that these whole cucking allegations are absolutely ridiculous. Of course, even DEME sent her Discord. I'm not really surprised that chibi viewers generally believe I had sex on stream because they probably never even heard a woman talk to IRL. I don't know if it's just chibi viewers necessarily, but I do get why she's upset. I'm not a huge fan, chat, of being like, oh, well, it's these people every single time, right? Because they might not actually be part of that community. So I at least want to try to be like as nuanced as possible. But of course, also Nikita, who is her boyfriend, was just literally streaming at the same time. They're literally trying to make themselves have a cut POV. They make this shit up. They you can't defend themselves with the points. I've said that they're doing a character smear campaign. Also, this is the time we can hear each other during stream because he was in the bathroom. So clearly, this is represented by, of course, their streams as well. And we can actually go and see this. So let's talk for a second, guys, about these VODs, because there's been a lot of confusion about claims that they've been streaming at the same time for certain clips. So let's take a moment, guys. So number one, I'm going to show you something, which has been a huge point of contention, by the way. This is her first stream. This one was on August 9th, or at least claimed by the video, right? It was on August 9th. This is the first time that she played Outer Wilds. And this is the stream that she is being accused of cucking, right? Or the boyfriend getting cucked, right? It was in this particular one, right? So if you go and look at her Twitch tracker, this date on here is actually incorrect, chat. This date right here is incorrect. Now, the reason it's listed as August 9th is because she started a 48-hour donathon on August 9th. She did actually not play Outer Worlds until, I'll show you down here, August 10th starts right here, right? She did not play it until starting at about 9:10. And then she switched over at about 1:10, which is, you know, about what, a 4-hour stream, right? Well, this lines up with the timestamp of 4 minutes and 3 seconds. So this is definitely 100% that stream. Also the same one that her boyfriend was streaming at the same time from 8:20 to 2:25. So they were definitely both streaming during this VOD right here. Stream number one. We know that now. That is entirely confirmed. I can tell you they line up with the times. This is number one. So what this proves, chat, is this right here, this claim right here, is entirely true. This part right here, right? If we go and look, what time sim is this? 57:55. Back it up a little bit. You can see right here, you know, she finds the dark bramble, right, at 57:55. Sorry, I keep losing it. There is the dark bramble, right? Even if we go to 53. So we know for a fact, guys, that the cucking allegations are absolute fucking bullshit. They're literally fucking bullshit. We can see right here, we can see that the Twitch live stream timing adds up. The only thing that is incorrect is the date listed, which people are using this date as a gotcha moment, which it's not. It's actually not, guys. It's just, it's listed incorrectly, but it's understandable because she started her donathon on the 9th, right? So we know the cucking allegations are complete bullshit. We can throw those out the window. We got all the time stuff. Everything lines up. Now, here's the biggest thing that I've seen a lot of people talking about that is not true, right? However, looking at this, I'm going to ask you a question really quick before I show you this. Do you think that DEME had sex on stream? Yes or no? Just type yes or no. Let me know what you think about this. I don't think that she had sex on stream. I think it's pretty pretty clear, looking at the clips, it's a huge reach. There's not enough substantial evidence that she was having sex on stream, right? What I will tell you, though, is I've seen a lot of people say, oh, they were streaming at the same time, so they could not have had sex. Guys, to be fair, that's not the case, though. I will say that is not the case. So while the cucking allegations are entirely not true, I can't look at the video and their streaming times and say that those would make it so they could not have potentially. Do I think they did? No, but to be fair, I don't think that you can use the defense of they were streaming at the same time for this VOD right here. So this is, right here, chat.
I have bad news.
This is the mainstream where everybody's pulling the clips from. The ones that we looked at earlier, they're from this stream. Number 2. Outer Wilds number 2, which took place on August 10th, according to this one, right? Well, if we go and look at the Twitch tracker, you will see that this actually took place here on, this is the one back on the, no, this is it right here. It took place actually on August 11th, not the 10th, at least in my time zone, right? I know it's different time zones, but I'm just going to line them up for you, right? He started at 1:20, and then she went till 5 o'clock. So that is a 3.5-hour stream, right, chat? Go and look at her time. 3 hours and 32 minutes. There you go. So we know that it is this stream that took place on this date, on this time, right? She started at 1:30, right? Her boyfriend did also stream at this time. He streamed all the way until 2:30, right? So, he starts at 1:30. She switches over at 5. He started at 8 and streamed till 2:35. So, I cannot tell you that they both were streaming enough at the same time to sit there and say, oh, well, they weren't having sex just because they streamed at the same time, right? However, I don't think that again, proves that they were having sex just because, again, they weren't streaming at the same time. But I do see this misinformation floating around, so I want to clear it up. So while the cucking is not true, these times for day number 2, where a lot of these other clips come from, they did not stream at the same time to disprove that one particular part. Again, I think everybody's going to look at the clips and be like, yeah, you know, that's not true, but at least going by the stream times, that part, you know, they did not stream at the same time. So, want to put that out there because not only was I confused, but I think a lot of other people are very, very confused about this part in general as well. By the way, this is what we're talking about. Imagine, Chad, that your life is waking up every morning, putting on a bra, putting on some pajama pants and a t-shirt that's 3 times too big for you, sauntering upstairs multiple hours beforehand, pulling all of these Twitter links just to talk about all of the science and the timings of stuff on how somebody didn't actually get railed on fucking stream. Welcome to my life. This is my life. This is my life, chat. Yeah, W life. My God, my life just got really surreal. But here you see, guys. So I think all of us agreed, you know, DEME did not have sex on stream, or at least 99.9%. And I showed you the times in a little bit of misconception. So let's go see some stuff, kind of like around it, some follow-ups, things like that. Your bra strap showing. I really wanted to make a meme of that, but I didn't have anything to do with. Of course, Ren goes on to say, somebody who actually has been railed on stream, this is a reach. I love that. Ren is a pretty well-known Fansly creator, so, like, you know, take it from an expert, guys. You know, like the expert, she's got your back on this one. But like, Ren, actually, do you think we could maybe have like a, you know, a trial run? I just want to make sure that, you know, this is really true. You know, like, can we do a live experiment? Like, oh my God. Of course, very much agree with WFN here. WFN says, am I losing my mind, or is it generally not weird and spiteful to purposely create not safe for work art of someone who went out of their way to say they were not okay with it? This makes you look like a major asshole, nothing more. Very much agree with that, very heavily. On top of that as well, guys, we've also had people going as far as to body shame DEME. people like Jono deleted this tweet that said, apparently this is legitimately her. Fucking yikes, even forgot barely mid this is Asian. They're being really shitty, right? Calling Demi fat, right? Which, I mean, clearly Demi's not fat. She's really fucking thick. Like, her ass is fucking huge. Like, Demi, can I get a piece of that cake, please? Like, I want some of my own. If this is actually to be Demi, right? Again, I'm not 100% sure, but it does kind of look like the pictures we've seen of her. I mean, she's not fat. She's thick, right? Of course, people body shaming her. And in a weird turn of fate, chat, Asmongold actually went on to defend Demi. Asmongold saying only a Foyd would post a photo like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many, this is an A or even S tier body type. Only jealous girls with eating disorders wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. Yeah, the Cockroach King, you know, rose from the ashes on this one, but yeah, Asmongold actually coming out here and defending Demi on that. So very, very rare Asmon W, but you know, we'll take it, right? We'll take it. Of course, also in light of all this, Tectone decided to crash out about it. But Tectone actually called out Asmongold after defending, you know, the pictures of Demi IRL. So let's see what Tectone had to say about it.
I am literally getting stressed the fuck out. I'm getting anxiety because some of the takes he gives, bro, like for the past month, ever since he's put on that fucking gay pride shirt, bro, he's just given the worst takes possible. I don't get what's going on. He's usually so smart. He usually always knows the right thing to say. But this is like the 7th bad take in a row. Like, what the fuck is going on? So Demi has been going on a generational crash out. Okay, calling people rapists, calling people pedophiles, making fun of people for being cheated on, encouraging suicide attempts, getting back together with the guy who she claims stabbed her in the leg, being an absolute bratty catty bitch. And her fans are even more crazy. And so this person, Jono, posted a public image of her saying, this is an image of Demi, which, by the way, holy fucking hippopotamus. But I hate how Zach posted this shit. Only a Foyd would post a photo of like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many reasons, this is a or even a S tier body type. Only jealous girls with eating disorders wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. And I'm just looking at this and like, brother, first of all, Zach, this isn't even a girl. Like, you can just go to their bio and just look. This is a dude. Right? Like, that's not even them. Like,
what do you want me to add to this, chat? I mean, it's just like L after L after L after L after L of just takes. Like, yeah, the misogyny here is off the rails. But look, this is also the guy that's met me IRL that also forgot they met me IRL and said that I'd sound fat. So, you know, let's remember that too, guys. Like, I think that he has a very warped reality, but also on top of that too, I think that the way that he represents stuff being like, oh, Demi's like back together with you know, this person that she got stabbed with, this and that. Well, he's explained that, right? And obviously they have a very complicated history, but the thing is like, who are you to judge, right? Like, they're allowed to carry the relationship that they want to, right? Why would you be so tilted by that, right? Calling her a hippopotamus, I mean, that's horribly rude. Saying that, you know, I can't believe that, you know, Asmongold had an L take because he agreed with something. Well, that's the beauty of nuance, right? And nuance should be celebrated. We need to get past this very binary way of thinking. We need to stop being like it's black and white. And everything belongs in one bucket or another, right? Nuance takes are good things, guys. And people that practice nuance, that is a good thing, right? In fact, I would say that you are a more intelligent human being by practicing nuance takes. And I know it's harder. I get that, guys. I get that.
This is a man that you just called a Foyd because you couldn't even just hover over the Twitter profile picture. And the other thing is, Bro, less than 2 months ago, you admitted that fat acceptance has gone too far, where you shame all these people for being fat, which is what normal human beings should do. Because when you promote fat acceptance, that leads to lower lifespans, unhealthier lifestyles, and also just all around quality of life dropping tremendously. So I don't really know how this happened again, bro.
Here's the thing though, right? Like, she's not fat, right? Like, she's clearly not fat. Like, she's just thick. Like, she has a big ass. Like, I don't know, dude. I think he's trying to, like, do apples to apples when it's apples to oranges comparison, right? Like, yes, I do understand that there is a problem with obesity in America, and that's a very, like, separate topic. I feel like he's trying to, like, insert into this and, like, body shame somebody that, well, number one, doesn't deserve that to begin with, and number two, it's a completely separate argument. You're trying to relate to somebody else to make them look even worse, right? Yeah, I mean, he's insulting her, exactly.
For real, can somebody please take that gay shirt off of Asmongold? Because, dude, listen, I love this guy. I do. I fucking love Asmon. I hate having
she's released multiple pictures of herself, so, like, I do look at that one picture, and I think it does look like her, right? I don't know 100%, but it does look like her.
I disagree this much, but something's been going. Maybe it's just my algorithm feeding me all of his worst takes. But like, and I mean this genuinely.
Yeah, I thought Tectone and Asmon were like not friends anymore.
So much. He could go live and completely disavow me. He could go live and completely shit on me, and I will still love and respect this man. That's how much I deeply appreciate everything he's done for me.
Well, like, why can't we have that take with everybody, right? You can disagree with somebody, but you can respect them, right? You can at least understand where they're coming from. I mean, obviously there's some things that are non-negotiables, right? Transphobia, bigotry, hate speech, things like that, right? Undermining people's identity. There's some things that are just non-negotiables, right? But you don't have to agree with everything everybody says all the time. Like, that's a good thing, actually. Like, that's how we better ourselves and our society and have a growth mindset. Like, that's a good thing. So, I mean, yes, I know Asmon's done a lot for you, Tectone, but, like, at the same time, dude, like, you're going and shaming somebody for something that's completely unrelated. And of course, he's just really, really upset about it, right? Going off on Asmon. Of course, Tectone adds even more to this, saying things like, DEME's community mass reported and attempted to hack a fan community page of mine. They got the page shut down. Talking about, it wasn't Tectone Daily. I forget the name of it. What a misguided or discussing misuse of power. While one page gets shut down, another emerges. There's Tectone Daily will update when it's fixed. Update, they got the account permanently deleted. And of course, Tectone did delete this, according to Snot Nose Swagger. That says, why did Tectone delete his tweet? DEME's community mass reported and attempted to hack his clipping account. Dude, here's the thing, like, what proof do you have of that, right? How do you know it's DEME's community? And also, if there were people that were proponents of that, why don't you report that and tell DEME so she can take care of it? Like, again, I think that pointing the finger at people like, oh, it's your community. Like, you don't have proof of that, right? Call the individual out and stop trying to lump it together with, oh, it was your community, right? And vice versa, right? If some people are like, oh, it's the Chibi Reviews community, right? Well, what proof do you have of that, right? And if you have proof, give it to Chibi. I would hope that he would take care of that type of behavior, right? I don't know, but I think it's very important to stop putting it on the people that are the creators and start putting it on the individual, right? You have to put it on the individual and hold them accountable. It's so important that you do that, guys. You have to do that. So, of course, Chibi goes on to say that he wants an apology. Chibi says, I feel like it's important to say, DEME actually offered me a sincere apology. I'd accept it on the spot. I believe in forgiveness and goodwill. However, apologies are hard nowadays because of pride and ego usually gets in the way, especially if you're a content creator. Captain says, men will tell you don't deserve a say whether or not you're sexualized, and then demand an apology when you hurt your feelings. Of course, also Mythical goes on to add to this. It says, it's insane that Chibi wants an apology from DEME when he was the one who started the drama and kept dragging it on. I will say this, guys. I'm going to check Chibi's page really quick because I'm going to look at something. I think for me, like, with Chibi, right? Chibi definitely started it, 100%. And I think that Chibi lacked reading comprehension or didn't bother to find out what she meant by it. Like, there's clearly nuance. It's a subjective term. talking about not safe for work. So he definitely fucked up by, you know, throwing the first punch, right? Drawing first blood. And DEME's response was really poor. And I think everybody here will agree with that 100%. Everything else in between, the cucking, the cheating, the, whatever bullshit, sex on stream, BPD, all of that stuff, throw that out the fucking window. It's all bullshit for people trying to find something to defame her and make it stick. I think we need to go back to the core issue of Chibi drew first blood and DEME responded poorly. And that's where it should have stayed the entirety of this. Now I've been wasting, hour of time just yapping about this stuff that's like irrelevant and easily disproven. Yeah, it's just memes at that point. That's a good way to put it. I think ultimately for Chibi, like, if he wants an apology, that's fair, right? I can see that. But he also has to admit that he needs to apologize for his initial take. And I think that is an entirely fair thing to say. Well, guys, check this out. DEME did actually go on. This is what we saw earlier, so thank you for sharing this, chat. She did actually apologize, so let's take a look. Oh, does my TTS not want to work? Okay. I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground because the idea of why should I ever feel bad being rude to someone who's a piece of shit. After some reflection, the thought occurred to me, do I really want to go as low as him, though? And the answer was no. I think that's fair. I said what I said because I personally think there's no scenario that a group friend chooses the side of a fiancé that cheats. I can't even fathom friends siding with a cheater. Sure. However, would I have brought it up if I knew he was suicidal because of it? No. I admitted in the previous tweets, so why didn't I apologize? Because he's this and that, blah. But I thought about it, and kind of ideology is quite harmful. I knew it was wrong, and I admitted that twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. Even a low blow, even if I didn't know regardless of whether he was intentionally being a piece of shit. I don't want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes. Okay. I mean, I will say, like, being like, oh, well, yeah, I want to stoop to his level. Yeah, that's a little backhanded, but, I mean, at least you apologize, right? I mean, Parrot says, like, I don't want to stoop to his level, proceeds to do for a week. Only apologize because half the year will stop telling you how wrong you were, why even do this. I mean, like, I definitely get where Parrot's coming from. I guess for me, like, at least you apologize. At least it's something, right? You know what I mean? Perhaps you for making an apology. Chibi ain't the best, but it's extremely rare to see an apology in the community without projecting. Sure. People are like, yeah, what a shit apology from a shit person. Chibi spread this tweet falsely and originally took it as true. After as told him, hey, it might be fake, he took it down, reposted with him. It might be fake. Chibi's tweet is still up. Okay, just something right here. They won't leave me alone. Guess I'll have to make a half-ass apology. I mean, like, here's the thing about it, right? I think for DEME, if she made an apology, she was gonna lose, right? It didn't matter what she said, because people are gonna be like, oh, well, you apologize to either bent the knee or it's not genuine or whatever, right? But, I mean, I think for her, like, it's not a perfect apology. Is there ever gonna be a perfect apology, right? I think it's something, and to me, that's a positive. That's how I view it. Maybe because I'm a glass half full kind of gal, but I think it was better to do it. So Chibi goes on to say, after days of doubling down, DEME has finally decided to apologize to me at the end of her latest tweet, where she did ever. She made sure to call me a piece of shit, along with a few other things, despite saying she won't stoop low. Progress, I guess. Accurate summer, you attacked first. You called her virtue signaler. Well, you were the one who virtue signaled. You specifically said she meant porn in original tweet. You purposely cherry-picked part of her tweet to make you seem right. Proceed to crush. She's crashing out. She fired back. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Like... I also... He did say that he would accept it, so... I don't know if he accepted it or not, but I would like to see... I guess for me, like... A perfect wrap-up of this would be for Chibi to also be like, yeah, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun on them. The meaning of what you meant by not safe for work. I should have asked. I should have clarified, or I should have had... can you apologize for having poor reading comprehension? And just be like, yeah, like, I fucked that up. I thought it was something else. I didn't think about it enough, etc. So, Yeah, I mean, like, he also didn't accept it, so maybe he doesn't view it as genuine because there was a little backhandedness to it. I don't know. I think the perfect scenario in this is Chibi like, yeah, I fucked up on my part, and Nimi says I fucked up on my part. They high five and we all move on. That's like the good ending, right? Are we gonna get that? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. But it would be it would be awesome if Chibi responded and apologized as well, because I think this would set a really strong precedence for the fact that it's okay to apologize when you fuck up, right? And I think we need more of that in not only content creation, even VTubing, but I think we just need more of that in general, right? We need more people to apologize. We need more people to admit what they're wrong, and we need more people to take accountability for the fact when things are fucked up. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to grow, and it's okay to quote-unquote bend the knee if you're wrong. It's okay to be a better person. Who cares either way? That's my question. Everybody gets butthurt over the stupidest things entirely too easy. Sure, but if that was the case, Val, then why are we even talking about this? You know, like, my point of talking about this is to learn. You know, I think there's a lesson within everything, and in this lesson, it's don't jump to conclusions so quickly. Initially, and same for don't jump to conclusions so easily when you fire back. Have a little restraint, have a little thought process, double check stuff. And guys, I'm not perfect. I do it sometimes too. You know who catches me all the time, chat? I'm gonna stand up really quick because my legs are locking up. You know who catches me all the time, chat, is AM. It is my person that when I want to say something really, like, strongly, I check with her. Right, and everybody makes a mistake, right? Everybody makes a mistake, but I think it's more about having processes in place or things in place for yourself that will help you not make that mistake, right? And same for like Ia, right? Like she helps me when I'm, you know, not thinking clearly, or I jump to a conclusion, right? She'll be like, wait, like think about it, right? Or before you respond, think about this. Is that what you want? You know, and it's taught me over time, especially being a news tuber, to take my time and dive into stuff and really make sure that what I want to say is what I want to say, right? I think you shouldn't apologize unless you mean it, because it's just empty words, usually for saving face, sure. I mean, again, I do think that there is some meaning behind this, right? She said that she would have brought it up, right? Because she is saying the ideology is harmful. So, like, I do view this as at least somewhat genuine. So I would hope that Phoebe would accept it and also, you know, take some ownership in his part as well. You know what I mean? Because I think it also his video where he's like, oh, I'm a victim. Like, no, dude, you started it, right? Like, you started it. Yes, she clapped back at you, but like, you were not a pure victim in this whole entire thing. So I'll be honest, I would, in my opinion, right? And this is just my opinion, I have a little bit more respect for DEME for at least apologizing, because I know that that's hard to do. And I know that that's really tough to do in like the internet environment, right? People are going to shit on you for it in every way, shape, or form, right? But I do have a little respect for her for that, right? I really, really do. And I would have more respect also for Chibi if he also would be like, yeah, you know, I fucked up on my part. I just think that it's okay to take ownership of something to add. Okay, go for it. Let's go. I love how you raised your hand. I will respect the hand raise. Huge W. I will respect the hand raise. I don't know. I think that we need to slow our roll a little bit sometimes and like not jump to conclusions. And I have to check myself too. I gotta on my roll. Not trying to have Field of Fire be nuisance. I just generally don't get the point. Majority of social media making sure. And I get that, Val. For me, it's just learning. Kibi's ex-wife was 17 when he dated her. He was almost in his 30s. Interesting. I mean, well, that's obviously a very concerning separate issue that I would need to see some evidence on, but you know, That seems completely separate from what we're talking about, right? If you want to talk about Chibi Reviews history, that's fine, but I'm not here to do that today. And I would need to see some proof on that. So this is kind of where we were gonna leave things off, chat. However, guys, I did want to talk about what recently happened here with Rima, guys. And Rima actually had a little bit of an issue as well because Rima went on to put out her response to this stuff, right? So this was during her initial news coverage, and this is what Rima had to say, chat. So let's listen in.
Chibi Reviews Dan comes at her and says, "This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost." And he's QRTing her post. This one. "Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work art of me." I gotta say, I don't understand what's the virtue signaling that she's doing here. She's not virtue signaling here. She's just saying, I don't want that.
And I agree with Rima 100%, right? To me, this is a very, straightforward take. It's one that I share, and I'm not putting this up here because I share it, right? But I think it is also interesting to see that other people have a similar opinion. But unfortunately, guys, we did get a very interesting tweet that I wanted to talk about. So this is a gentleman that I had to block recently, but I got some stuff I want to talk about this guy. But you want to say, "Hey, Rima, you position yourself in between two groups that can't stand each other. When that inevitability boils over, I hope you have enough of a moral compass to choose the one that helped you build your platform. I'll be watching." So, I think it's just such a weird way to look at stuff. You have, Nanolist, me... I know the reason I'm talking about this because I'm in it, right? Me, Bao, Shy Lily, Demi, and then you have, Rev, Straw, Parrot, Nasagi, and, say you up there. It's I don't really understand this thought process, right? Oh, you got to choose a side, right? This is a very black and white way of thinking. It's very binary, right? You realize that bad people can have good opinions and good people can have bad opinions? This makes no sense to me as to why you're gonna try to put somebody into a box like that. Yeah, I don't know this guy. He started coming after me, and he said this as well. I'm like, what? But regardless, right? My point bringing this up is, yeah, you're putting everybody into a box. It's either good or bad, right? And you have to understand there's nuance behind stuff. Nuance is so important, guys. It's okay to say, you're right about this, but you're wrong about this. Yeah, very dishonest. Yeah, Rev and Strum. Just basically saying Rima has to choose a side, right? But that's not the case, right? Every instance is different, right? To choose a side, or quote-unquote choose a side, right? And to be honest, I don't even like to choose a side. I like to choose the side of truth. That's the side that I'm on, right? And yes, I have my own moral compass, but I think that this is just a very ridiculous claim to make that you have to choose a side, right? On top of this, too, I was watching Rima's coverage of this, and I go on to say, so I had to look at Rima's response. Honestly, pretty weak. She's not only mad, but she resorted to buzzwords towards me, which is nice. And I like that only now she brings up the old stream clip in which she implied that she's friends with Bao and Lily, which I think is weird because I know Rima's not, I think she's talked to Bao and Lily, but it's not like she's, super close friends, right? This again, I think that we're at a point where we're looking at something, right? And we go, okay, what's the truth? And some stuff can be true and other stuff cannot be true, right? I don't know. I think this is such a wrong way of thinking. But also on top of that, something I wasn't really planning to bring up, but since we're talking about Rima as well, this person also, decided to go after me as well. So what I found very disingenuous, though, is the fact that they quote retweeted one of my memes that popped off. So this is just like a viral meme, ha ha ha. But they quote retweeted that with unrelated news. So I really do find an issue with that. It really feels like you're engaging in bad faith or you're trying to clout farm. Why wouldn't you just retweet something that's related, right? And the only reason they did this is because this post blew up. I had another viral meme. I have a lot of viral memes. They're trying to capitalize off that, right? So let's go see what they had to say. Now, all Elara does is bully others, hiding it under the guise of reporting. Especially she's willing to twist other people's logic It only targets smaller creators, socially acceptable creators, and those who won't fight back, and then she asks you to ignore it. What's weird here, too, is that I've definitely... I don't like the word target, but I've definitely covered very large creators, right? I've covered everybody to the moon and back, from small to big as well. But I think it's a bit ridiculous to say that I'm bullying others, right? Like, hiding under the guise of reporting. Well, here's the thing, in this particular instance, which I think a lot of people fail to remember, is why did I cover this? The only reason I covered this is because the Sonic community covered it first. The Sonic community were the people that came out with all of this stuff firsthand, and that's how it came across my desk, and I covered it. Yeah, I could see the context maybe being a little different if I just came out of the woodworks and it came out with all the stuff, right? But I didn't do that, right? I reported on what the Sonic community was putting out there, so I feel like that context gets missed a lot. But anyway, I'll let you watch the clip and we'll talk about it.
Making fun of stereotypes and stuff like that, that's not racism.
Why are you laughing?
Do you not understand that perpetuation of stereotypes is problematic?
Okay, I hear you. Counterpoint. You're
wrong! But right now, everybody on TikTok trying to be Chinese baddie. They drinking warm water, eating goji berry, doing Chinese medicine and everything. Asian people, we so cool now. When other comedians do Italian accent.
It's a little mushroom, it works.
Imitate their Arab parent.
Why 95? Where is the other 5?
Or their Hispanic mom.
I think I'm the nanny. I say no, I'm the mother.
Everybody love it. Accent is fun. Accent is part of keeping our culture alive.
Bet you never thought about it like that, huh? Feeling stupid?
I was the one getting absolutely trashed on Twitter about this person.
Fucking crying, bitch! Where? I don't wanna fucking hear it!
So of course, here's the edit, right? Whatever. But he goes on to kind of ascertain here, well, you know, there's other people that use stereotypes, so it's funny, right? Well, the thing is, right, that like jokes that treat stereotypes as like an inherent truth or like a punchline can reinforce prejudice attitude, right? That can happen. That's not always true, but it can happen, right? Like, you know, funny like satire, or like the difference between just satire and like overt racism really depends on the context and the intent, right? And I feel like we're putting it into all in one, right? Oh, well, but you're saying that because I'll play this part for you again.
Now, making fun of stereotypes.
Making fun of stereotypes, that's not racist. And arguing, well, you know, I don't know, maybe like South Park-esque or Uncle Roger and things like that. But the important part to understand about all that is the intent or the context, right? And the context of her jokes, right? Quote unquote jokes, right? Where she's saying, oh, it's not
now making
racist.
Fun of stereotypes and stuff like that, that's not racist.
You know, perpetuating a stereotype is not racist, right? The intent and context of this matters so much. And the reason that her particular instance is because when that person was in her chat, right, she was like, oh, you're the monkey. And they say, hey, that can't be me. And they're clearly expressing that they're uncomfortable about it. And then you double down. That context completely matters, right? And this is where nuance is really important, right? Again, there's a huge difference between harmless satire and just complete racism, right? The difference, the context is that this wasn't a joke. Because let's say hypothetically even it started as a joke, right? They express, hey, I'm not cool with that. I'm uncomfortable. And you double down on it. And that context matters, right? To say that was the same as Uncle Roger, like South Park, that's a huge stretch, bro. That's an absolute huge stretch. And I think, judging by the clips that you're posting here, I'm not familiar with this guy, but I'm going to say probably Uncle Roger, right? Because he's using a very stereotypical accent here. This is rooted in satire, right? This is rooted in something that's harmless satire, right? But when it comes to somebody that they say, I'm uncomfortable, I'm not cool with this, and then you double down on it, that's not satire anymore. That's not funny anymore. There's such a big difference between the two. Does that make sense, chat? And that's exactly why why I said this. Exactly why I said this. And with her context of knowing everything else, the situation completely changes, right? I also found it weird that they like didn't address any transphobic like stuff, because that was also like another huge point of contention that I talked about. But I mean, that's fine if you only want to do that. Those people are also making fun of the stereotypes of their own race, opposed to making fun of another race using stereotypes. Sure, and I feel like that context matters. But why do I bring this up, right, chat? Because I'm kind of filling on about something old at this point, but also this stuff here with Rima. I think that the lesson here is just nuance, right? Practicing nuance is so important, right? And like, honestly, like Zealous, like, I really wish you like the best, dude. I feel like some of the stuff you do is inappropriate in my eyes, but you know, I think if you focus on your own content rather than like looking for stuff to be outraged about other people, you probably, it'd be a lot more fruitful for you. Like, why not have a conversation with other people who feel differently to grow your mindset, right? Instead, you're just kind of like attack people and put them in a binary boxes of this or that, or black and white stuff. Like, if you actually bothered to have a conversation in good faith, people would probably want to engage with you more, right? Like, this could turn into something positive instead of something so like just, I don't know, like inflammatory, right? I think you need a better understanding of nuance, of course. Not everything is binary thinking, but I don't know, dude. I think that this is something that you're clearly passionate about. Like, why not redirect it into something that's positive? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you think you're like calling somebody out, but this stuff isn't true. Like, it's just factually not true, and it's easily disprovable. Same with this stuff too. I just don't understand. I don't get it, chat. What do you think about it? What's your thoughts? Yeah, I mean, it's just like meme edits. I mean, whatever, right? So leader, the way that the conversation went down, is she said, "Oh, you're the monkey," and he said, "Well, I can't be the monkey, because I'm black." And then she said, "Oh, that makes it even funnier." Ha 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 ha. You know, and he's clearly like, "Yeah, he's clearly saying I'm not comfortable with it," and she doubled down. So that's the one that I take issue with. Yeah. Let's leave it. The more you try to explain your PV, the more these people will claim victory, sure. But I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like within this, though, it's just kind of like somebody that's misguided. It's like, dude, like, you can really make something positive if you weren't so, like, attacking and inflammatory, right? Like, you clearly have a passion for discussing this stuff. Like, why don't you do it in a way that you can grow from it? But yeah, I mean, if you ever want to have a conversation, dude, I'll actually, like, I'd be glad to talk to you, but yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. I say posting is always too well on the internet, unless it's something I hate or something else, sure. But that is where I want to end things about DEME, guys. Final thoughts, anything that you guys want to add to this or something that you want to see from it? I think just for me, guys, I think everybody threw a bunch of just shit at DEME that has nothing to do with the actual issue. I don't know, whether you're canceled or whatever. I don't know. I think leader having the context around her as a person, and hearing some of her other takes as well, it's just like, I think that all matters a lot. I agree. I think this is overblown. It's such a huge weight that it didn't need to be, right? She wanted to set boundaries. Chibi reviews got way too, I don't know, gung-ho about trying to call her a hypocrite when she wasn't. And then now we're here, guys. Yeah, DEME definitely should not have gone after him so heavily, and also responded several times in the way that she did. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta add to this one anymore at this point, chat. So there we go, and that's it for that. Interesting how far the internet will believe in outright lie for the sake of entertainment. Yeah, like, I mean, if you see on Reddit, people are like losing their mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, leader, even if we said, well, let's put those comments up on the shelf, I think the transphobic remarks kind of also stand on their own anyway. For them concerned, this whole thing over and done with. Some people are still trying to done with it, so to make shit up. OG dramas again wrapped up. It was all on both sides, so move on. Sure. I think that's the best way to put it. So anyway, let's move on to, well, you said it's an L move on. Well, let's move on to other L's, chat, because we're going to talk about a convention that is, yeah, it's not going too well for this convention, chat. So let's go talk about it. Yeah, absolutely, Bloom. Absolutely. I was trying to drink some of my tea, but guys, we're going to be talking about what's been going on with Onkey. Now, probably a lot of you have not heard about Onkey. I made some notes about it here and there, but, you know, let's talk about it. So this is Onkey. They're the first East Coast VTuber convention, guys. It's going down in Danvers, Massachusetts, and it's going down November 20th through the 22nd. So, very exciting. You know, we have all these guests announced. Here, of course, is the T-Minded Pinball Hex, Maverick. I mean, this is, you know, shaping up to be a pretty reputable, big event for the East Coast, right? Obviously, we have Onkey, sorry, on the West Coast, but now we have, or sorry, we have Onkey on the West Coast, but now we have Onkey on the East Coast. So this was a really big deal, right? We always wanted something that was more to the East Coast and more accessible for everybody. Look, the more cons, the better, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Well, sadly, chat, some things have happened here. So I'm going to start with something that's a little to the side, but important, right? I don't think this relates to why some people pulled out, etc., but I do think it's worth mentioning. You know, Onkey announces that Akuma Miko is actually going to be part of Onkey. Now, I will let you guys know, Akuma Miko has a very, very controversial past. You know, people say no wonder Sox agency left them. I don't think that's the reason why, Ruby. But curious, it's important to research on guests before having them. Yumi says disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Not only one single background check to find out who they are, what they've done, who they hurt. You see VTubers go, oh, okay, zero credibility. You don't know anything about Akuma Miko, guys. There's a lot, but I'll just show you a little bit. You know, like Anna says, I've had somebody come up to me personally and tell me about the abuse they endured while dating this VTuber. It's always so odd to see this person. Hopefully they change for the better, but it's uncomfortable to see nonetheless. Kind of diving more into older stuff as well. Andrea says there's more. She also spread false pedophilia allegations against somebody that one of being a contributing factor in them taking their own life, and helped her fiance cover up the fact that he SA'd someone. I don't know how true this is, but this is just what somebody said. But what I do want to show you, even more so, is the fact that they're on the VT blacklist. Felicia says, I've known about Miko since I started VTubing in 2022. I was in a group she founded for a short time. She started growing rapidly, buying followers, and was always involved in some drama, presenting herself as a victim. Lots more I could say, but yeah, just be aware. But there is a very long record of her on the VTuber blacklist. Doxing, participation in revenge porn, saying the N-word, posting somebody's self-harming video publicly. You know, crimes follow not only real life, but VTuber life as well, and many people should be aware. Of course, there's multiple videos on Akuma Miko.
Today we're going to discuss...
We have stuff here from, of course, like the 90s router that says, Akuma Miko is an infamous VTuber accused of stalking, harassing, doxing, as well as a darker side. Of course, also one last video I want to point out to you is, hey, John, what's up? Is one here from Andreas Weirbo that talks about, you know, Akuma Miko coming back, old subjects as well. So, to say the least, this person is very controversial. I've certainly seen some of their stuff in the past as well. So yeah, I think that Onkey announcing this was probably not in their best interest, but you know, again, they're allowed to do whatever they want. Now, I will tell you some follow-up. They did remove her from the event, so take that as you will. But not looking into people and their history, I think is very problematic, obviously, for your con as a whole. I think it's a reason why people exited out. I'm sorry, why like certain sponsors exited out? Absolutely not. I don't think that was the reason at all. But, you know, this definitely, like, isn't a good look for Onkey, right? So let's talk about, separately, what recently happened here with SVA, guys. And SVA goes on to say, notice, Fox Agency has terminated our sponsorship agreement with Onkey Expo, and we are no longer affiliated with the event. Neither Sox Agency, talents, nor staff will be attending Onkey in any official capacity. We wish our team well. Afri goes on to say, don't fret, Sox are A-OK. We haven't even lost a matching pair. Context please here, we're fine and doing okay. So, you know, everything's okay, guys. It's not like the talents are, you know, bad. Something's going on with the talents. Everything is A-OK on that end, right? They're just leaving this. So I see this, right? I'm kind of like, all right, well, obviously I'm scratching my head a little bit, but, you know, it's not the worst thing. Well, then Oshibar decides to withdraw from Onkey Expo. Along with all talents brought in through our organization, Oshibar will not be attending Onkey in any official capacity. Of course, HR Chen says another one. Kelly says, what's going on with Onkey? So for me, I'm kind of like, uh-oh, we got multiple people leaving this stuff. What's going on? Well, then, of course, she's actually in chat right now. HR Chan leaves. Onkey says, I would do my virtual panel in all participation in Onkey. Even Ava Lamp decides to leave as well. I'm sorry, everybody's looking forward to seeing me at Onkey Expo. She is out, guys. So Ava Lamp is done as well. I've decided to withdraw as a virtual guest. I will no longer attend Onkey Expo. So everybody's pulling out, chat. That's not a good look. Our sponsors dropping. If people like Itsuki going on to say will no longer be attending. Onkey is claimed to be be against generative AI and backtrack on the stance with association of VCAT, a pro-gen AI operation. So we're going to talk about this more, but basically VCAT is a pro-gen AI VR chat related operation, and Onkey brought them on as a sponsor, and that certainly upset some people rightfully as well. But I think that's the main reason everybody left. Nope, we're gonna get into the main reason. Whereas Cozy2 says, due to concerns over safety and professionalism, I've decided to withdraw as a guest from Onkey, so they are done as well. So stepping away. Of course, also, AM Candlery says, yeah, we were supposed to appear as a sponsor. As of seeing some news and evidence in Twitter that's brought up greater concern, I will no longer be attending Onkey in any capacity and no longer participating in sponsored, sponsoring the events. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough, guys. Even Oshi Flavor says, yep, we're out. Yeah, I got you, Walk. Yeah, due to safety concerns and ongoing communication failures, we Oshi Flavors will be withdrawing our appearance from Onkey. Of course, even Dalek says, yeah, I'm out of here, dude. Notice I'll no longer be attending Onkey as a singer guest and panelist. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, guys. So, why did this happen? Well, Skinny Sue goes on to say he thinks this is why. For anybody curious on what happened with Onkey Expo, I'm pretty sure it's their association with VCAT, who uses AI openly and instructs others how to for their services. Understandably, this doesn't sit well with a lot of their partners and guests. Hex, the co-founder, says, Onkey is still happening and the staff is working very hard. I'll be fully transparent with the community. Oshibar left citing concerns of one of our partners using AI. I reached out directly to that partner and it gave me a long explanation of how that isn't so. But I found everything escalates all the time. I found this in its informative. I will directly quote it. Like any company, we do concepting and mood boards, but the final productions are the work of many talented artists. So I don't know if I believe all that. Onkey has had zero AI policy since the beginning. We will work very hard to make sure that nothing AI comes close to anything we are doing. All final projects are and always be fully created by amazing, talented artists. Lily B says, sorry that sentence implies that they're using AI for concepting and mood boards. Am I misunderstanding? Then you're saying that the company does use AI for their creative process. Emma says the post I saw pointed to the CEO participating in an event. Bolt says this applies to generated ideas with AI, even if they hired artists to recreate the final products. Went to look at the CEO's post, and if you meant VCAT, they're pretty well known for using AI. They even have articles publicly instructing people how to use it for their services. And of course, you can see that right there. Problem isn't the final product. Problem is the use. Yeah, that's a pretty big issue. So a lot of people are kind of citing, is this the real issue, chat? Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't think so. I actually don't think so. But I will point out to you that Pinbun, who is Onkey's executive, and apparently an ambassador of BCAT, which he uses Jin AI. So I don't know how well first they knew that or not, but yeah, you can see that being a bit of an issue, right? So I don't think this is the actual issue, because I think the real issue is actually what SVA goes on to say here, and that is safety concerns, chat. So let's go read what Socks had to say about it, and why they decided to pull out of the event. Oh yeah, my TTS broke, that's right. I think it's a factor of some people, even it's not a core issue, right? I think it's like something on the list, but this is the main issue, right? So, out of clear speculation, we approached Onkey a month ago with items that needed to be addressed to ensure a safe and functional convention. We give them ample time to show us that they are prepared to host an event with proper security, labor, and event management, and we were not confident that they'd be able to secure these key measures before it was critically necessary with what was provided. Our primary concern is always safety when sponsoring or participating in an event. Anyone deciding to go to Onkey, we hope you have fun and a safe time. Everyone will not be attending as these answers did not measure to our standards. We've been informed Onkey said that they have security. We wanted to be transparent. This is the full and complete answer Onkey gave us regarding security. Has the security firm been contracted, and how many station security personnel will be at the con? Multiple security firms have been contacted. We are still comparing prices between quotes provided. Currently, we're looking to have 10 to 15 security guards present. Also, contact the local authorities to have a presence at the convention if possible. We presented security concerns as early as the end of March. Our initial request for further information wasn't made. They had a few months from there to provide us further details. So it looks like, guys, looks like they're more concerned about the security, which I think is very fair. Looking at what's happened at TwitchCon with like Imaru, you need things like bag checks. You have 50 plus guests on the, being promoted, right? Like, you need to have people there to protect others. Safety is more important than anything. I think this is a fantastic reason to not want to continue, and I think this is the main reason. Would you guys agree with me? Yeah, and I think it's very fair, right? I would not, Fox was the main sponsor. I would not want to put any of my talents at risk, knowing that they did not have enough safety there. So, seems like they had ample time to deal with it. They didn't deal with it. And that's on them, right? They should have absolutely decided to resolve that issue. Well, we did get a statement from the CFO, who is Hex. And Hex went on to say, as soon as it loads here, many things have come to my attention, all valid, and I want to make an announcement. Please bear with us during this time. There's some allegations that Onkey and those affiliated with the staff and management need some research and look into. Please understand that Onkey is a very small and new convention. We're all doing this for the first time. Plus, does not make us immune to mistakes at all. We are willing to absolutely take responsibility of any shortcomings. We are asking for some grace for us to correct any mistakes that we have made. There is new, we've already moved past DEME, sweetheart. There's new management with the Onkey, so things will be changing. All talent sponsors, anyone affiliated will be researched into. We're going to do a sweep to look into what's happening, but we need time. I feel like, so when is the event, guys? When is Onkey again? Yeah, I want to double check the date on that. Onkey is November 20th. So guys, we are, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We're 6 months out. That's not good, guys. That's, you seem to be running a little bit close, in my opinion. But then again, I've never run a con. Maybe that's not too bad, but I don't know, right? But that being said, I also want to mention that any of those working for Onkey, our staff, are simply helping us. Please not harass or blame any of our employers or volunteers. This manager will be taking responsibility. None of this falls on them. Please give them grace. They're all volunteers and put any time they have between life and their day jobs. Also includes anyone who's a guest partner, talent, and attendees such as artists and fans. I just want to give a small summary. Please give us time. We're taking responsibility and be looking at any wrongs. Thank you for the understanding. They said that a full announcement will come in the future addressing everything. So I don't feel like the response is bad. I'm just kind of concerned, right? So, the Kenny Sue adds to this a little bit. I said some updates are coming. The main concerns from partners stepping away is security. However, the statement on the AI matter did push things over the edge for Oshibar. Fox went into more detail about this, and the co-founder states they couldn't sufficiently meet deadlines. So they're talking about the security firms, etc. They said, maybe this is somebody from Oshibar, says, I'll add in here since I'm being concerned with security. We've been in contact about security with the con since November 2025. The mentioned AI statement from Hex was just the last straw before we pulled the plug. I agree with Flork that Hex should take the time to answer questions for great detail for the sake of the event. Stop answering them here, which was in their Discord. By the way, guys, their Discord is on fire. I highly recommend you don't go in there. It's the general chat is going crazy. I wish them nothing but the best and hope they can keep their guests and attendees safe. Of course, Hex says canceling the con is not in the plans. Onkey has been in contact with multiple firms. The 10 to 15 number was the venue, what the venue offered. We know that's not enough. We're unable to find one that found sufficient to meet SVA's deadline. I knew that risk. Was not about to make a quick call to save a sponsorship. Don't get me wrong. I wish it could have been saved. I have nothing but respect for SVA and their talents. Okay. But well, they beat me to it, which is fine. We were given a deadline to meet to secure certain priorities. One of the chief concerns being security. One of my jobs was to bring Onkey back down to a reasonable size for a first-year con. It kind of ballooned too big too fast, and it was an unsustainable model. We recognized an attempt to fix it. Doing so, we were speaking with many security firms to attempt to find one that was right for our budget needs. Unable to do so in the month deadline provided to us. But, like, I don't think it was a month, dude. I'm pretty sure it was much longer than a month, actually. I mean, like, going on what they said, didn't they say March? Yeah, hold on. Let me... Wait, what? I completely understand. Just before we like to announce any type of partnership, we don't like to have contracts so we know what capacity we're needed. And they said to make the contract themselves. That's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little weird. Yeah, no, this has been longer than a month. So when he said a month, that's incorrect. That's incorrect, especially going off this where they said we've been talking about security with the con since November 2025. Yeah, so a month is not. I want to say that's a lie, but like I feel like maybe they just forgot. That being said, there is already security at the venue. We were attempting to get more as the communication raised concerns early on, and we wanted to accommodate. We're still in talks to get extra security. There will be security there. Will be an adequate amount. We were just unable to address it in time. Can I be real, Chad? I'm kind of extra doubting. I'm going to hold off on that, HR Chan. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on it, but I'm going to... Okay, so let me be very clear here really quickly, chat. Before I continue here any further, because it's very important. So, as you guys know, TrueTuber and myself were supposed to appear at Offkai. We have withdrawn our... we've been withdrawn from taking part at the con. We do not feel... A and I do not feel that it is going to be a safe environment. We feel like everything's too, like, last minute. We are stepping away from the con as well. But I will also tell you guys, even though it is not my place to tell you this story, there is a lot more that I'm just not able to tell you. And I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just, there comes a point where it would be morally reprehensible for me to tell you stuff without proper permissions, right? So I'm going to let other people tell their story. And I think I just want to leave it that way, right? So there's some stuff that will probably come out, and we'll talk about it then. But for now, I'm going to hold off on that. Now, I will tell you tomorrow, Vicky is coming by. We're going to chat news, so maybe if more comes out, or I am given permission, we will talk about it then. Anyway, they're saying we're unable to adjust in the time, so that understandable pulled out. Again, I think they're misrepresenting that, at least in my opinion, going off what I see. Us is not to spread too many details, and we respected that. reach out to ask if we could elaborate a little bit for the community in those places that out. The first statement, there's no hard feelings or ill will from Onkey towards the SVA. Why are you answering this in your general chat, by the way? I feel like that's such a poor way to handle that. Like, don't answer that in general chat. Want to clarify again, we will not stop this search. There will be adequate security at the venue. We are looking thoroughly at every single option. What do you consider an adequate amount of security for a con? Do you think we'll hit 3,000 attendees? What's the number? Not including venue security or personal security from sponsors, I guess. Because that's not con security. I mean, HR Sean, quick question. Where did you get the number 3,000? Is that what they said they expected? Because I don't think they're going to get that number. These numbers are what is provided by the venue and already there. We actually recognize it's not adequate, which is why we were reaching out for more. I guess safety is a top priority for us. I cannot provide that. I think I won't be able to. I'll cancel the convention, but I'm actively getting more security. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be even close. I don't think they're going to have that turn out. Is it because it feels like the con is very close and you do not have enough sufficient security? So, I'll be honest, guys. I'm not like a con or security expert, but they mentioned their downsides because they blew their load too early. Right. I would say, like, I mean, at least for Disney, I know it's like, on average, it's like 1 to 50, right? So it's like 1 security for every 50 guests. So, again, I don't know how that is compared to cons. I feel like cons are more intimate. You need more, you know, security there for something kind of like smaller like that. So, but here we go, guys. We do have some more posts here coming from AM Candlery. This was actually outside the scope of my original reporting, so this is all new. So anyway, guys, let's take a look. Not doing anything publicly at the moment about Onkey and would like to refrain from further comments. Sure, absolutely. Understandable. As I am under zero NDA, I'll be posting my experience in a thread here working with Onkey, which I was reached out to via email. They made a post here on Twitter I can no longer find, looking for small business sponsors to sponsor merch for the con. Alright, so Pin reached out to you. That's cool. Update you on our estimated attendee amount. We're currently prepping for between 500 to 1,000. That was back in 2025 in September, so maybe that number fluctuated. So Niren's going on to talking to Lunar about logistics. Okay. In exchange for a free table to bin during the convention, yeah, I mean, I'll give them credit, right? Like, they're trying to at least, like, make it right, but I don't know, dude. Like, I think safety is such a strong concern, and also kind of like being like, well, they didn't give us enough time. Well, it was definitely more than a month to like address that issue, right? Like, I don't know. I know that smaller cons are different and it runs a little bit slower, and it's your first con, but guys, safety is so important, right? It's a make or break for some people, and rightfully so. So in exchange for a free table to bin during the convention, I can no longer find the post here on Twitter. If you screenshots, please send them my way. I was invited into their server to begin discussion and then was told I would have to pay the sponsor. Instead of providing merch items in bags, it'd be too costly for me to make them. Newsflash, it isn't. My partner manager and I at the time have discussed thoroughly. And DM said several red flags are popping up and is ultimately going to pull out. Okay, so it seems like they had a bad experience. My health has been really bad. I was saying, looking at things, I'm not sure if I'll be comfortable tabling with the new information provided. Originally, we discussed having a free table and badges given in exchange for freebie sample products and some of the bags. Looking over things now, it feels like I'm no longer being provided that. Not able to fund something like this as a small business. Sure. Ultimately, we'll have to decline moving forward at this time, as I do not have the fees now being asked of me. A table was provided. Apologies, that would be in exchange for help with the goodie bags. However, considering the high attendee count, we're expecting, I know that this isn't financially feasible for folks. Okay, so it seems like there was something promised and it got backrolled. Table was provided. Apologies to be exchanged. Okay, there it is. TLDR, yes, free table and badges. We're doing our planning for layout. Need to confirm table count. All right, so there's a lot of miscommunication. Yeah, lack of communication in this was alarming to me, especially due to how much they were asking for sponsorship slots. Comparatively, I was assured my table would still be free. But the red flags were still in my mind. I was told I need more time to think, right? Oshi Bubbles was also strung along with the same promises I was given, and it declined before I had. I believe Oshi Bubbles will be making their own post to bring more insight from their end. I was given permission to include those for more context. By the way, just FYI, with the Onkey folks, they gaslit me hard. They offered me a free table at the con and asked if I'd be willing to do a sample or include everything in their goodie bag they wanted to give everybody. I said it's not feasible for me to do that since making even a sample-sized product would cost me many hundreds of dollars to make it with zero return of investment. That's minimal advertisement from it being included in their bag. They changed and twisted their own wording, saying that they only offer me a free table if I included something, which isn't the case because I was never once mentioned anywhere in our text conversation. Yeah, this sounds like a big old fucking mess. Do you want me to make it like a bulk amount of sprayers for the goodie bag? Because it would not be like super expensive. No, I still haven't been contacted. To even make a sample-sized bath bomb would cost me a lot of money, materials, and packaging. Being led along for almost a year with opportunities for me to have been to other conventions. I didn't apply for other conventions aside from Off-Kai. The prep merchant time, less time, money, sleep, and many opportunities. At the end of the day, I feel so let on and so many empty promises. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's entirely fair to be upset. Entirely fair to be upset. Also, Oshi Bubbles adds to this, saying Onkey reached out to me a year ago, be part of their convention, to offer me a free table, and asked if I would like to make them sample products for their hygiene bags. I accepted the free table and advised them to do anything on the free samples. Since making a product takes a lot of time and money, especially the scale that they want. There's some number crunching and thinking I decided not to contribute to their hygiene bags, as the cost and labor would be too extreme for a single person operation, especially at my store size and capacity. They then backtracked and told me the free table is only if I contribute to their hygiene bags, which wasn't how it was originally worded in their invitation messages to me. I'm a very small one-man business. Opportunities like this are far and few between. It's very disheartening to have it pulled away from me. Yeah, absolutely. I could see that. One more post I want to cover here. Kumamika says, I've seen posts stating sponsors have been pulled from Onkey based on my attendance. I'll be honest, I don't think that's the case. This is not the case, as many others have been cited by semi former partners. I'm recently been confirmed by management. Sure, I will not be sharing any screenshots because it was a conversation between management, one of the parties who left. My team and I have been in talks regarding my continued involvement with Onkey as a guest due to current events and other concerns raised by my management team. Given the developing situation, I'm confirming I'll no longer be a guest for Onkey. Wish him good luck with everything going on. I don't feel welcome anymore. Don't feel secure about the future of this convention. Yeah, I get that. Well, yikers, chat. Yikers. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. So we have sponsors pulling out. We have multiple people pulling out. Yeah, I mean, can I see like maybe a guest or two? Sure, but sponsors, no. It definitely came down to safety. Definitely came down to safety. And guys, there's more to this story, but it's just not my place to tell you that, right? So, if more people come out with it, I will, of course, report on it. And we will talk about this more, but I think there is more to come about the Onkey situation, chat. Obviously, it's very disappointing for vendors, myself, VTUBER. It's disappointing for all of the guests that were excited about it. I mean, it sucks, right? It's sad to see that they were not able to create, a safe environment, right? It's very important for a con you have security in place, right? Or if you have a sponsor that you meet those minimum requirements. I just feel like sadly it was, at the end of the day, it was just mismanagement, just poorly run, And I get it, it's your first con, and there's some grace that you have to give because of that. But like, how far does that grace go, right? Like, oh, it's my first con. Well, I mean, that's great and all, but like, at the same time, like, there's got to be accountability somewhere. So I know that the CFO did say they're working on it, so maybe things will turn around, chat. I don't know, but I'm not super hopeful on this one, guys. I'm gonna be real. So we'll keep an eye on it, and that's it. Wow. One thing I wanted to mention to you guys really quick that I thought was super duper cool is our good friend Starlight Sid actually announced They're plushie, guys, for Makeshift. Check it out. I love the fucking SpongeBob meme. Yeah, Fork is like the nicest dude in the world. I love that meme. I love that meme so much. I'll even add some metal music for you, but yes, our good friend Sid is of course doing hers. She's getting 90 supporters, guys, so she's well on her way. So certainly go check it out and give her some support, guys. Yeah, we love sitting around here. And I think, guys, for today, I think that's all I got for you. I think that's all I got for you. What a crazy news day, though, between the DEME stuff, between this Onkey stuff. I think that tomorrow, when Vicky comes by, we're gonna revisit a lot of these topics, right? We're gonna be talking about it with Vicky quite heavily, but it's crazy. It's absolutely fucking nuts that it's come this far already, and we're dealing with all of this wild stuff. I just hope, guys, that you take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, it's only fucking Wednesday, dude. Like, I feel like I blab like the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? So I feel like I just blab, 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 blab. Thanks for stream. Of course. No, thank you guys for I thank you guys for being here as well. I appreciate you so very much. So anyway, guys, let's go see Lydia. Give her some love. I'll be doing a collab tonight with Mecha Chameleon. I'll let you know all about it. Look in the Discord for the follow-up on that, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Thank you guys so much. Bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube. Have a good one, cuties. Bye, Twitter. Have a good one. And, of course, Twitch. Please have fun with Lydia, okay? Give her some love, especially with that hate raid that she got the other day. Yeah, absolutely.